Welcome to Off Da Binge, your ultimate seasonal anime podcast. Each week, we deliver top recommendations, hot takes, and in-depth reviews of the latest episodes from this season's lineup. Join us as we give you your weekly dose of anime coverage.
5, 4,
And
3,
please start on time
2.
and do not get distracted by the horny fucks here.
Okay, but can we interrupt him again? It was kind of funny when we interrupted him, don't you think?
Oh, we can't, bro.
You could right now.
All right, welcome to Off Da Binge.
Welcome to Off Da Binge, guys. So all the new returning listeners, I'm your host, Crash, aka the Hispanic Assassin. Yes, a secret that hides in plain sight, but doing work that will serve a purpose even after I die one day. Telling you guys we got a spicy episode this time around. Hope you guys get to hear our crazy hot takes, but I'm not alone tonight. We got the whole crew tonight, starting first with the man himself, the Legend D Vash.
He's back.
Yeah,
He's back, finally.
Bro, he's
Back once again.
Oh.
It's your boy. Sorry, guys. My wife decided to distract me while I'm in the middle of recording, and she's talking to me like, "Ma'am, I'm busy. Why are you talking to me?" Anyway, why throw her under the bus? Hey, guys, it's your legendary boy, your humanoid typhoon, your boy, Legend D Vash, and I'm glad to say the show last week, the guys cooked a 2 hours and a half show. I'm glad for the fans in the audience. Checking out the podcast is 150 plus views. We're pretty sure for everyone checking in, and thank you guys for not crashing and burning the show. I love all the shit talk y'all did behind my back. I was gladly appreciated, aka in my ears.
You're welcome.
It was great. Nate just talking all the bullshit he said about my Isekai the fantasy. He could, F himself because I have questions, and I'm gonna approach him later when it comes to our segment. I have questions, but I'm gonna save my thoughts for that. But glad to be back and be here with them and talk about week 4. It's crazy. We're already in the spring season, week 4. And who else am I here with? The man god himself that likes to do a little bit of detours on the show sometimes.
Hey, it was fine. Okay, anyway, look, I'm the man god. You know, I'm here. I'm here. I'm queer. Wait.
Oh.
Wait, no, I'm here. Oh.
Anyway, okay, continue.
Inclusive man god, but god damn.
I guess
I love Kurisu. I love toxic girlfriends.
Oh god.
Toxic girlfriends that Nate probably is gonna drop a show for, honestly. Anyway, who's next?
Get over here,
Nate.
best thing in the world.
Oh,
I'm about to say,
Yeah,
Nate has been getting
Neko, it's your
skipped.
turn.
He's been calling, Gremmon fruity out here, so it makes sense why it went and became that person, all right?
It's all right though. I'm excited for another cast. I'm kind of got like a 1 hour of sleep in me, but it's all good. The thing I'm wondering this week, watching all these comfy shows, they're going out and traveling. Like, why can't I just be like them, man? Why can't I just forget all the life stuff and just go and travel whenever I want to on inspiration?
This is why I like my fantasy series, because you get just to dive in and be comfort. Be with these OP characters and don't give a flying fuck. You'd be like, yeah, just be a triple S ranker. Don't matter.
I just want to be like these characters that just snap their fingers like, okay, I'm going here, and just forget about everything else that's going on in life. But what can you do? That's why it's anime, and we're in the real world.
That felt a bit real out here.
What you got, Neko? What you got?
Man, what a segue. Man, I actually feel you. I'm exhausted mentally and physically, so honestly, that would be awesome. I need a vacation, guys, please. But yes, hello, my name is Neko Chan. I watch everything, everywhere, all at once. Maybe that's why I'm tired too. Maybe I just need to calm down and maybe tone down what I watch. But no, I never will. But yes, this is your go-to anime seasonal anime podcast where we dive into the best, the worst, and the hidden gems of each anime season. And we're going to go to our new segment, Binge Chillin, where we talk about what we've been as a team, as a solo, whatever we've been binging this whole week. Again, guys, I didn't do what I was supposed to do last week in the binge, so I'm gonna go pass it to my other crewmates. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do good this week. I promise you. But yes, I'm gonna pass it on to Nate Grem. I think you guys maybe promise. I think y'all finally finished it.
That was supposed to be done last week episode. Just say.
That was a pass.
Look, it was supposed to be done last week, but it is done this week.
And
so
how do you guys feel?
We wanted Vash to be here so we could talk about it. Right?
I like that.
Yeah, we wanted everyone to be here so we could talk about it.
Okay.
So how
okay.
was it?
do you
The
guys
4
feel?
week, like 4 week or 6 week? I think you guys did this journey.
A little bit longer, right? It was a month
Over a month, I
and a
think,
little
right?
over a
A
half.
month, yeah.
It was like a
Yeah.
month and a
It's
half.
a month
2
and
months.
3 weeks. It's a month and
Yeah,
3
it's-
weeks.
Something like that.
Because 50
'Cause we were-
episodes a day, an episode a day.
Which
So,
we
yeah.
were off a little bit, but whatever, give or
Yeah.
take. Yeah. it was
So
about a
anime
month and a
math,
half, 2
understood. You know
months.
that's a thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
Anyway,
finished Eureka 7. That was pretty
we did.
much. That was pretty much the only thing I think we got again. But
You-
yeah,
did
we
you enjoy the
finished it. What did
rewatch?
you? I did, yeah. I was talking about it in the last episode. I think a little bit. Like
Yes,
I
you
think
did.
I appreciated like I came to appreciate a lot of other things in the series, especially like in terms of characters. But I'm curious how Grem felt about the ending.
Yeah, I'm curious about
Okay.
that as well. Cause Gremon, you said something spicy last week. That I'm curious to see if you still feel the same. You said that this series was better than. Yeah, I just lost the tip on my tongue.
Oh, absolutely.
Diaz, Code Diaz.
Code Diaz, thank you.
1000%. That's
Now that
never
you
gonna
finish
change.
it, because you said that last week, I was like, that's pretty, you know, as what Crash would say, a hot take.
Well, okay. I think that I like the characters and the story significantly more in Eureka 7 over Code Geass. Now that being said, the final episode of Code Geass has yet to be topped in my mind by anything but Steins Gate.
Fair. Honestly, yeah.
I honestly
Yeah.
respect that too.
Fair,
We were
fair.
talking about the Steins again a while back. We'll talk about it later, but I respect that take, honestly.
The final episode of Steins Gate is really good. There's also an OVA afterwards. It's this whole thing. It's beautiful. My boy and my girl get together. It's amazing. The
best
final
OVA
episode of Code Geass, the best OVA. You're right. And then there's a movie that makes it even better. A whole thing. But for Code Geass, the ending, the Zero Requiem, we talked about it last week. It's my favorite ending in anime. Right? It's up there. This ending for Eureka cannot compare. It can't.
Yeah.
It's a good ending.
Yeah.
It's a good ending, but it is not the Zero Requiem. Now that being
Understood.
said,
But it's up there, like, it's good.
overall, it's a good ending. It's all right. Yeah. It's a little bit bittersweet because the Scub Coral does get wiped out. They do fail the mission. They did take a little bit too long, and it seems like Dewey predicted everything that was going to happen. He was right on the money, and he ended up eliminating the Scub Coral, which is horrible. It's sad, but through the connection that our two main characters, Eureka and Renton, had, they were resolute enough to take the position of the Scub Coral so that the world didn't end. But they didn't realize that it was never a two-man relationship. It was always a three-man relationship, because with them the whole time, carrying them, holding on to their dreams the whole time, was their ship. Help me, I'm forgetting the name.
You talking about Gecko State or Nirvash?
Nirvash.
Yeah, Nirvash.
The Nirvash was
Nirva-
with them the whole time.
Yeah, that at the end with Nirvash was like, yeah, that was
Yeah.
because at first you thought, oh, it was gonna be Eureka, that was gonna be the
Yeah.
one, but
And it
then
was gonna be like
Nirvash
this
is like,
sad,
nah, like y'all
bittersweet
need to
thing.
go off and have your honeymoon.
Exactly.
whatever.
And Nirvash takes the place, and he said, "You guys gave me this life. You guys gave me all this
That's
happiness.
so sweet.
You guys taught me everything. You have created me. You have made me who I am. And I will take this place. I will become the Scub Coral. I will be the thing holding this planet together. You two need to be together."
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
So yeah,
That's special.
they're
After we thought
together.
the whole time that Nirvash, they were referring to Nirvash as a boy, and then you hear the-
Nirvash had a female voice
yeah,
actress,
you hear
by
the
the
female
way.
voice actress, and you're like, oh wait, Nirvash
Oh, yeah.
it was a girl.
Yeah.
Somehow, like what?
The whole series we have Eureka calling Nirvash he's hurting, he doesn't like this, he's in pain, he wants you, he prefers you writing, he needs us both. They always said he. We get a female voice actress voicing Nirvash,
Yeah, that was
which is fun.
I like how a lot of the ending is like there's parts of it that are kind of open-ended, right? Or like you can kind of assume like what happened. Like I think some of it's up to like the viewer, right? Because like I don't think they really say it, but like I think what the viewer is supposed to get out of the ending is that like after everything that happened, Eureka and Renton, like they're off like traveling the world together.
They're on a honeymoon.
Pretty much on their honeymoon. Yeah, they're on their honeymoon essentially.
Because being
is
going
awesome.
back to that. Sorry to interrupt. Going back to that, they have marriage documents.
Yep. And
they
have
had
official
marriage
custody of the kids.
documentation.
Yeah.
And they have custody of the children that they immediately sent to his grandpa and said, "You raise them. We are having our honeymoon." And they've been gone for over a year. And they've been gone for over a year. And the kids are like, I hope mom and dad come home soon. And they're just gone, bro. They could not give a shit.
Hey, they deserve it though, honestly, after everything that happened. I'm sure Graham's like, what's a year or two or however freaking long. But like,
Graham's is like, bro, I've been there, done that. My last kid had a kid. My last kid had a kid and fucking hoisted all the responsibility onto me. I'm good. All right.
And you know they did come back at some point because, like, obviously, like for the marriage license and like the custody and all that.
No,
like,
I don't think so.
I think they did because Gramps said like this is the first time that one of my children came back home, and that was like I took that like kind of literally, like they actually like I think they came. It was probably very brief. But for a lot of those things that we mentioned, like I feel like they had to come back and then went off on their.
I don't know. I felt like maybe this is my misinterpretation, but didn't Renton before he went to get Eureka, didn't he hand the not the
No, that was something
one.
Else. I know what you're talking about. That was something else. Yeah.
I thought he handed him the marriage certificate and said this is something really important to me. Because later we see him pull it out of the same like envelope. So I thought that's what he handed him.
No, I believe that was something else because
maybe it was the picture of them together.
No, it was something that Eureka had said or like that because I remember she like reread it in one of like the last episodes. I forget specifically what it was, but yeah, it wasn't that they had to come back at some point, although it was probably really brief, but yeah, a lot of it is like kind of like up to the viewer. I feel like to kind of like, oh, like this is probably what they're doing right now. And they did kind of show it a little bit at the end. Like you kind of see them just wherever the hell they are. So they're just literally off like exploring the world together, which after everything that happened in the series, like they definitely deserved that because I mean, what a wild ride it was, right?
They literally saved the world. And how old is he again? I forgot. Maybe the first episode could tell me how old
now.
Maybe 15 now.
Yeah, because like a year or so it passed. So yeah.
So
beautiful story, man.
It was really
now,
good. It was
now after 6 to 8
conclusion.
weeks, as you guys said, that you guys have watched this. You guys now like are satisfied you guys took this actual binge, you know, even though it really wasn't once a day, you guys did like 6 to catch up and everything. Still did it within that time frame.
You don't gotta tell them. Don't gotta tell them the secrets. All right.
I'm not pulling a trade secret. I'm just saying, hey, maybe it happened once or twice, but
maybe happened every single week.
Every week
could be.
But we had to live up to the name of the cast, you know, somehow.
Yeah, we had to binge it.
Because one episode a day really a binge, bro. You know,
yeah, that's tough. Exactly,
we had to let it marinate. You had to let it marinate.
And hey, you know, this segment is called Binge Chillin, so y'all did binge, and we're chilling.
We were chilling. But speaking of, to get into our next binge, me and Memory have talked, and we're gonna watch the sequel.
Are you guys gonna start
soon? He doesn't want to. I know he doesn't want to.
I do not.
He's trying to avoid it like the plague.
He has been.
But hey, maybe I'll find new things I can appreciate about that. But I doubt it.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it will, bro. Maybe.
Yeah, because it's been at least 10 years since you've seen it.
Yeah.
So like probably new fresh eyes. Maybe how you be like, you know what? I was probably too mean to the series back then. I can actually be nicer.
Oh, Gremmon, what did you rate? Because I remember before
that is true. What did you rate?
9.5. Damn. Because I remember you were talking about like you were feeling like an 8.5. I think the last time we had talked about it.
I was trying to go back and forth, and I think I settled on 9.5. It's not a 10. and
That's fair.
I don't think it's in the same tier as some of the things I have rated at 9. So I put it at 9.5. I think it's better than Code Geass. Like I said, Code Geass is great, but if it wasn't for that very last episode, it would never be that high on my list. I'm gonna be real. But no, it was a really good binge. It was a really good binge.
That's good.
That's a good
Yeah,
binge.
it was nice. It was nice to rewatch.
Oh, Nate,
sure.
did you change your score? Did it go from like a
No,
higher
mine's
score?
still a 10.
Still a
Mine's
10?
still a 10.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite series. It's one of my favorite series ever, honestly. And it still like holds up. Just the cast is really good. It's like Bones when they were in like their prime. I mean, they're still really good,
Yeah.
obviously, but like early like 2000s, like mid 2000s, Bones was like they were
Yeah.
cooking.
They
bro.
pumped
Like,
out a lot of
Early
things.
early
too, so it's like, yeah.
2000s.
They had
Early
great-
2000s Bones was this generation, like the new anime fans, that's like
Mappa?
equivalent to the studio that did Attack on Titan for Mappa.
Wait.
like Wit
Mappa.
Studio Mappa,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Wit
see that.
Studio Mappa, like it's on that level. That's how early Bones. That's what it was. That's when you had all the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhoods of the world. You know, that's when it
cooking.
was peak animation, dude.
Yeah.
That was Bones' peak. Is when anime was peak. So
I just love how this whole like story was like, because a lot of the concepts in it are like, because it's an original story, so like a lot of this stuff that they came up with, I'm just like, what? Like the mind of the writer of this series is like insane to me, because a lot of the like things like the scub coral and the corallians and just a lot of like the technical things, like even like the you know near Vash and all the specifics behind that, like I just find that stuff so fascinating. But yeah, it's an awesome story, awesome cast. It really like you do feel that growth from not even just the main two, like obviously that's the biggest thing from beginning to like you see how they are at the beginning of the series, and then at the very end, like they're completely different people by the end, which you know you love to see, because they change obviously for the better and for one another. And even like besides them, like the other cast too, like it's just I feel like it's all around just it has a bit of everything to offer for, you know, if anybody's listening, and I know we've talked about the series quite a bit, but like if anybody's still, you know, maybe hearing this for the first time, you stumbled upon this, go check it out, man, because it has a bit of everything. Like I know people might be turned off by the mecha aspect or like, you know, giant robots fighting, but even outside of that, I feel like for me personally, it's one of my favorite like romance stories. Like Eureka and Renton's like romance story is one of my favorites. So like it has that going for it, but then like even like Tahoe and like Holland, like
Tahoe.
Yeah. So like them, and just it has a lot going for it. So I feel like it has a bit of everything to offer, and it's not just like on the surface people will be like, oh, it's giant robots, but it's really a whole lot more than that. Honestly,
Yeah,
so.
he mentions the whole mecha aspect. I hate mecha anime. I really do.
Yeah.
There's only 2 mecha anime I like, and like I've talked about Code Geass. Well, 3 now. Speaking of, that's this season. I don't like Girl in the Franxx.
I'm about to say there's one that we're watching right now.
I hate Trigger. I hate Trigger, and that was a
What?
Trigger ending.
Oh, I love
I hate
Trigger. I love
It was a
Trigger.
Trigger ending.
I love Trigger.
It was the
They're ridiculous.
quintessential
They were
Trigger.
good back in the day, and now recently, I think.
No, stop. Even fucking Memory's favorite anime in the world wasn't good. All right.
Question,
It was
did you
good
watch Premiere?
until the
Yeah.
Trigger ending.
Did you watch Premiere?
Brother, don't even say
Probably had a
brother.
Trigger ending. No, I haven't seen it.
No.
I love Premiere.
Trigger endings trigger me. Okay.
They're so fun.
No.
They're so fun.
Look at Memory over there. He's like.
Well,
nah,
Gargodanas
you're
are triggers, so I mean there is.
It
trigger
is.
staff,
No, yes,
but
it
it's
is.
Gynax.
It is.
Gynax. Well, I'll let you rock, but
Gynax is trigger. Don't come at
tomato
me.
tomato, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Understood.
If you
It's
guys
peak.
don't know, all of the Gynax staff went to Trigger, or Trigger staff went to Gynax. So it's the same fucking company. It's
A lot of
not
it is the same
different.
people, but
He's like, but
So when I say trigger ending, that's what I fucking mean, okay? He's gonna call it Gynax and say it's different. No, it's fucking Trigger, okay? It's horrible. I hate Trigger.
still peak. I don't care what he says, bro. Darling the Franks, y'all, I do agree that I don't know what the hell that.
They had the same ending.
I will say
the God, bro. It had the same ending.
The second half of Darling in the Franxx was a train wreck, bro.
Oh, it was a train wreck, but
it was good.
But that's what I love about it.
I would argue that it was good.
It's good train wreck. I fuck with it. It's like good train wreck trigger shit. Like if you knew it was trick,
you just wanted her to turn into a giant robot so you could fuck her. What the hell is your problem?
Were you supporting the blue hair girl? Fuck her. I was hating on her the whole time.
Her name is Ichigo. It's so easy to remember. It's easy to remember.
Ichigo, bro. Just call her Strawberry.
I'm sorry. But
anyway, before we go
Right.
Yeah, I'm on the whole tangent. I'm like,
I'm sorry.
What'd you binge?
What I binge? So I know Crash is happy because I wasn't here last week to mention it. So I will mention that I finally finished a summer show from last year. It's called Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian. So I finally got around to finish the series. Great ending. I think I gave it like an 8 or 8.5 out of 10 from the top of my head. I was very happy that I finally got it out of the way. It was a good series. It just got me tight how by the end of the series at the end of season 1, Alya, the brother, was dead. And he was about to tell her, and I'm like, are we gonna continue the trope where she don't find out until what, like third season or third core? I'm like, I was hoping for her to find out soon. But like, I get it. The trope is what makes it longer, more suspenseful. I wonder when does she find out that he actually understands Russian, because it's a cute, still little play. But I wonder, like, at what point is it still gonna go on? Like, tropes are so good. Just depends how it's executed and how long could how long can you make it last?
Sometimes it could, like, because me personally, I feel like it kind of got old, right? Like
exactly. Like it could overstay its welcome. So that's why,
exactly.
I don't mind the Russian stuff because it makes sense. That that could last long. But when it comes to her not knowing that that's the brother and everything, like, you literally see the rivalry of siblings, and you're not gonna question it more and everything. Like, their relationship is even more questionable, even if you don't know. It's like
questionable.
It's like, don't you want to ask? It's like she literally said, "I will serve you for the rest of my life," and I'm like, that. I get it in Japan's type of lore and storytelling, yes, but like, even if you're from Russia, you should be questioning this shit. Like, I look like family because this looks like family drama. So that's the one thing that truly bothered me in the storyline. Like, that ain't worked more. Right. But I know, Grem, I hear you struggling to want to say something. What's up? Talk to me.
The thing with the Russian thing that like drives me up the wall, because you mentioned how it annoys you, is that Alya's sister fucking knows.
Yeah.
We know Alya's sister knows.
Yeah, she knows.
Because she will say something in Russian and he will just answer her. And she'll be like, oh. Like, she'll not play stupid. Dumb.
But then
she's not stupid. And then you got Alya over here saying some shit to Mas or what the fuck is it?
Masamune. Sorry, Masamune.
No, Masamune is Masamune Kun's Revenge. It's a different show, bro. Get out of here.
I hope I'm wrong. Let me look it up. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Let me look it up.
It's Masamune is Masamune Kun's Revenge. His name is Masashka or something.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, it was Mashashka or something like that. Yeah.
Don't fucking come at me, bro. I know their names.
I'm reading the manga too. Don't at me. I haven't read it in a minute, but I'm looking it up.
But no,
I said it wrong.
I'm waiting for it again.
But no,
I got 10 seconds.
Masachika. I did.
That's what I said.
He's right.
Masamune. Just because you finished your binge of Masamune-kun, don't come at me, all right?
Don't mix the names.
Masamune-kun. He has been
watching Masamune-kun.
A lot of Masa's in the name. A lot of Masa's.
Right. So no, like, the thing that gets me so much is Alya's sister is completely in the know. 1000% knows what's going on. And she doesn't say a damn thing to her sister.
It's funny,
but
it
reminds, but it's because she said it, I think in episode 11 or 12, that she said it that she likes to play the role that her sister depends on her and like goes to her and plays the big sister. And I totally understand that, because even he asked her, like, why are you playing dumb? Like, you could do your own things. Why are you playing dumb?
You're so much smarter than her. You're like actually a super confident, super intelligent person. Why do you play the role of the dummy dense big sister? And she goes, because it's easier.
It's true.
Because it's easier, bro. she's like, you want me to be like you and my fucking my anal sister over there, who both of y'all can't fucking like talk to each other? I would rather be the ditzy one. All right, I can pretend to be dumb. It works better for me.
I don't know if anybody's gonna agree with me with this as well. The MC, I'm not gonna try to repeat his name, but he reminds me of Hachiman from Snafu. I don't know if that's like a bit out of left field, but it reminds me a bit of Hachiman. Not say full characteristics, but I see the resemblance is what I'm saying. Like the observation.
You're talking about like personality wise or like look wise?
More personality in the way that he observed. He knows how to handle. He waits for the right opportunity. Okay, I will agree to more to that. More intelligent, like more in the observation way.
Definitely, I think he is definitely as smart as Hachiman, but I think their personalities are insanely different. Yes, because Hachiman more like he doesn't trust anybody, even himself. When Masashka, he trusts himself and other people so much. And that's why he's so and he uses people.
So more
Hachiman wouldn't do that. Hachiman would take everything onto himself, and that's kind of like his whole arc for all of that series. So
I agree then. So more to the intelligent observation part I was talking about then. So more to that part, but that is what I finished. Me and Wifey, we finally got to Whole Cake Island being done. She's on Vevery finally. She's mostly gonna watch that on her own since most of it is flashback. I'm gonna try to skip some parts for her to just get through, but I'm finally excited, done that we're Whole Cake Island. For anybody knows the struggle in the anime in the pacing in that arc, it is brutal. If you're an anime watcher that is, you know, rewatching it with some other people and everything. I finally got back into Record of Grancrest War. Since I remember when I was watching like 2-3 weeks ago, I fell asleep in the first 3 episodes. Like I was here and there, so I finally rewatched.
You did?
Yeah, so I finally rewatched episode 1 and 2. I believe a couple days ago. So I'm going to continue that on my solo binge, and that's about it for my own binge, chilling. Crash, I see your stuff on the document. Tell me, what's your binging of anime related?
I'm almost done with Ranking the King season 2. I'm on episode 10. I got 2 more episodes, that one and the next one, and I'm done. Episode 9. Sorry, episode 9. So 2 more, and then I'm gonna finish Masamune Kun's Revenge. I got like a couple more episodes with that as well too. And then I was telling a lot of people, I'll announce it here. I will be starting my monthly binge of Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 and 2. Plan to finish it by the end of May. Stay tuned for that. Everyone's telling me the same shit. Look, I'm just here just to say I finished it. It is what it is. If it's great, cool, nice, you'll hear my review. If it's trash, you'll hear it either way.
Look,
but I need it out the way.
Crash,
so.
I do want to say, look, to the viewers as well, I'm not saying that it's a bad show. It's just that right now, I say he has time for other stuff that we could talk about. Binge and everything. Like JJK is going to be coming out soon and everything. It's hype, it's mainstream and everything. But to me, like I believe we said it a week or 2 on one of the episodes, it's just not as great as how it first started. The way it's ended, it just fell off. So like, it's still a great series overall to just be entertained by if you want meathead stuff. But you want like more in the depths and the stories aspect is different. Like the curse system and the power system, purely amazing if you also want to compare to other systems, but it just falls into a very convoluted story into its own, and that's where it kind of fucked itself over and shot itself in its foot. But that's why I'm like, Chad, still excited for him. I can't wait to hear his thoughts. I read most of half of the stories. That's why I'm like, I could wait for it on my own time binge, because I haven't even watched most of it as well. Like I'll be leaving season 2 and the rest.
It's fine. I see Bossman wants any more spicy in my takes. You know, I gotta give a shout out to Gremmon for this too, because he's been waiting for me to watch this as well too. Once I finish that in May, in June, when the summer animes come out, I also plan for that monthly binge to watch. That is a promise. Don't worry. It was gonna be either that or the Duke and his wife. But I'm like, you know what?
Yes, that one.
Tensei I've been sleeping on. Yeah, Mushoku Tensei I've been sleeping on.
One's really good.
I've been dying to catch up. I have been putting it off for too long. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I will watch that next. So after JJK, stay tuned for. I'm doing some Shounen, and then I'm switching back to Isekai. As much as I don't like it. I know that one's gonna be straight heat. I know it's gonna be fire. I can't wait for it. So I got a lineup already of stuff. I'm doing my monthly binges. Don't worry. Stay tuned. So don't worry. But on my end, that's all I have. I have watched other stuff. I plan to talk about that in the Anime Lately podcast. Stay tuned for that, guys. When we watch, do that whenever. I think next week, Vash and the other co-hosts. But we miss anybody? I think I missed
Nope.
somebody.
No, we all good. We did the binge chilling.
And we done?
did it. Yeah.
Then we go to the next segment, ladies and gentlemen. That is the anime spotlight. We do our deep dives, mini reviews.
Yeah, mini reviews, guys. Mini reviews.
Mini reviews.
Hey,
No.
hey, we did good last week, man.
We did
good.
good. And anyway, so we're gonna start off with the first segment. It's gonna be the drama. Does anybody have any honorable mentions first they want to shout out for before we
Can
start?
I have an honorable mention? Yeah, I don't think this. Maybe it is drama, but probably not Too Perfect Saint. This recent episode, honestly, was kind of cool. I did.
Yeah.
I did like I'm liking a lot. Like we're seeing a lot of the two different perspectives of the sisters. They really have such a cute bond. And of course, that was probably like the only sad fact of our girl leaving her sister, being with these shitty people in Kingdom. It's like, it's tough. And then you see, she finally got to like see that her letters weren't reaching her sister and vice versa. And it's so sad. And I was just like, oh, this freaking parents, man, they're literally becoming between them. And it's just so sad. And I really, honestly, when the ninja maid was like, hey, you could just come with me and you could just leave this place. I honestly wanted her to do that, but I knew that she was not going to do that. I was like, poor sister. But honestly, I'm having a good time with this series with both the sisters dynamic, but also just seeing our girl get comfortable and actually have real love in a kingdom that appreciates her work and actually like even like has them lean on her. It's like, that was cool. That was really cool. I really liked that a lot because she didn't get appreciated in her last kingdom, and seeing her get appreciated in this kingdom was really sweet. And I really do hope the sisters can like meet up some way and get this like other mysterious thing. I don't know, like even though with what she did cleanse the kingdom and whatnot, there's something underlying now. There's like this creepy shadow thing that said, "Oh, I found you." So it's like there's something even going on with it besides the monster showing up. So that's kind of interesting. I didn't even expect that. I was like, wait, what? What the hell? Who the hell is whispering to her like this? So it's like, is it a good thing what she's doing, or is there? I don't know. I'm scared now.
I wonder if it's gonna go a direction where the sisters like they reunite and then they both kind of work together to overthrow the.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna go like that direction.
I'm more intrigued now. Like, I was just gonna add. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna add. Like, I'm more intrigued because when we first started this series, we were kind of skeptical of how it first started. So I like how like 3 weeks later, we kind of more like, I wonder where it's going. Like, I kind of like the twist that like the sisters are now having a connection. By the way, the ninja girl is amazing. I like
awesome.
Like she's gold. Like, yo, she's like, where you been? I've been here the whole time. I'm like, damn, girl's good at her job. Girl needs
really good at
like
her
a
job.
bonus, a praise, everything. Cause like shit, if you didn't even recognize her, know she was here, that's a ninja. That's it.
She's so
Yeah,
loyal.
honestly, that's probably my favorite thing, other than the sisters dynamic, is that they had a ninja character, a stealthy character, and it's not like you saw them on any of the shots.
Nope.
No, she was
one
completely not there.
Yeah.
And when you finally see her, she goes, "Yeah, bro, I've been there the whole time.
Yeah.
You just didn't notice."
The one in the bush was crazy. I was like, okay, well, we definitely wouldn't have known you were there.
Yeah.
But some shots, you're like, oh, that makes sense. That she was there.
But
She was awesome.
But I do agree, Neko. I'm very happy with the series. Like Nate said, like I am curious to see where the twist will be or like where we're gonna go, because when that dude came out of nowhere and Papa like, I found you, bitch. I know where you are. I'm like, I'm like, oh shit, bro, we got a demon out here, like just whispering in people's ears. Shit,
After
okay.
such a beautiful ritual she did.
Right?
Like, I was like, oh, that was so beautiful.
Right? It was so nice and everything, and then like the fucking
Hey,
demon
mama.
kind of nowhere, like.
Hey, mama.
It kind of reminds me of, if anybody saw the scene of Black Clover, crazy reference I'm saying, but Black Clover, when the demon of Inside Asta came out and just had that black and red type of drawing, like the whole type of animated scene. It kind of reminded me of that. So because like
Can't remember.
it was a good creepiness, which I like. It gave that horror
Yeah.
feel, knowing that they're in a church, knowing that they're supposed to be holy saints. It gave that type of horror feel as well.
Yeah. I don't like the farm prince and her, man. They're cute. They're cute. They're a little cute. They're just, they're just a wholesome little duo. She doesn't know nothing about love or even just friendships and in general, and she's kind of getting that now. She's getting a lot of things she didn't have before, so that's cute.
Agree.
But that's all my honorable mentions.
I have one. I don't know if this is drama. Could y'all help me out? Where should we put To Be Hero?
Dude, that's
I've only-
You gonna make
that's-
that an honorable mention, bro?
You hold up,
Yeah,
one. You asked this
I'm
question
saying-
last
I'm saying-
episode. You asked
I'm
this
saying-
question last episode to them, and they all said this is action. This is action.
Yeah,
Showed it.
no.
They literally told you
It
this.
was action.
It's action.
Then put it on action and take.
We've already said that we were gonna not
Put it
make it an
there.
honorable mention.
It is not an honorable mention. I'm telling you right now, we're adding it to the program. Please, someone edit
Hey,
it.
we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna put Arihara-san in romance as well, because everyone's watching.
We can put a Haran San too. We can do a Haran San too.
I was gonna say, like, I'm tired of putting it as an honorable mention. I wanna fucking talk.
Yeah, let's talk
Okay,
about
but look.
Haran
Thing is,
Yes.
honorable mention is
That's
2-3
all
minutes. I don't think Ahada-san deserves a full 5 to 20-minute conversation.
What?
That is true.
you don't think-
Really?
I don't think it does. I don't think
No,
it does.
I don't think it's look as
I
much as I love Ahada-san, it's mostly just cute memes and story of
Yeah,
a
yeah,
couple.
yeah.
Like I don't think it deserves a full
Okay,
breaking
okay.
down
I
of
don't think
analytical.
I agree.
Unless it's a 5
Yeah,
people or 4 people
But
at least.
but I do think To Be Hero needs to be on
Yes,
there.
Said this
go
last
ahead.
week.
Yes. Yeah, all
We've
three
established
could.
that.
Yeah, all three of you could discuss it for a good 5-10 minutes or
So-
much later.
All
But
right,
if you do,
let's do
have
drama.
a
go ahead.
I actually do have an honorable mention. I have sort of the Demon Hunter episode
there you go.
4.
That's
Yeah,
drama.
that-
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
dude, that episode was like that episode was brutal. It was brutal to say the least. Like,
Oh, I see on your
It
list.
was
Top
like-
5. Nice. Okay.
yeah,
well, it's that good.
it took like there was like a twist in the episode, so like it focused around one of the characters, like Mosuke, and he's been like searching for this demon, trying to kill this demon, and the demon turned out to be his wife.
Oh
and-
shit.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, and there's like a really messed up like backstory behind what happened with the wife. The dudes that they did get dealt with by Jinya, but yeah, it was a brutal like twist for sure in the episode. Like that, what kind of Mosuke was trying to do, like he was trying to kill this demon the whole time. It just ended up being his wife, and yeah, it was a tough, like it was a
That
gut
kinda-
punch for sure.
That kind of reminds
Yeah.
me of, for anybody that knows, like the DC Comics storyline when with Superman, he thought he was fighting, I believe, Doomsday. He accidentally killed Lois Lane, his
Lois
wife, but it's
Lane,
because of Joker. His Superman with a serum that he has to get, like I believe it was some type of illusion, and he was hitting Doomsday, and by the time he took Lois Lane up in space, he killed his wife and his unborn child inside her, and that was like one of the most saddest part, like in DC Comics, like just knowing that Clark, one of the biggest type of superhero, accidentally did that. So it kind of reminds me of that type of thing, like you accidentally not knowing you're killing your partner, but it's because of said reason. So like that also reminds me of that.
Yeah, the only interesting plot line in all of DC Comics.
Nope.
The Injustice storyline.
Mention
The
if
thing-
you guys are done with memory.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say the thing that like if I remember correctly, I don't think Mosuke even ended up knowing or finding out that it was his wife.
Damn it.
Yeah, which is like even worse.
It's gonna be shit like, where's my wife? Like fucking
Jinya,
invincible.
like,
Like I miss my wife.
The main character like did still like give him like that closure though, but like yeah, and he did deal with the people because there was like these dudes that they sexually assaulted the
Yeah.
wife, and it was even like worse than that. Really, it was really bad. But like he just killed him literally at the end of the episode, like no like hesitation, which I was like, thank goodness that happened. But it was an episode that surprised me a lot. Like I've been enjoying the series, but like it's been solid. Like I feel like the premiere really stood out, but like since then, but aside from this episode, like the past episode or two has just kind of been whatever for me. But like this one stood out. Honestly, I was actually kind of like, it was like a gut punch for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was not expecting to be hit so much by that episode. I was just like, I'm sitting there at the end after it finished. I'm like, wow, like that was tough, but it was good though. It was good. Production wise, maybe not the greatest. Like, you know, it's kind of hit or miss, but that was one I definitely wanted to give a shout out to.
Is it better than T-Back?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
100%. Come on with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than
Even-
I would say
see,
check
that-
it out if you have the time.
See, maybe
I've
T-Bay
had
should have
to.
learned to take a year later to release, even with its kind of chunky animation, just to at least get some of it, you know? Anyways, Crash, you had some drama to mention?
Yeah, I want to just say real quick, because you guys, I'm surprised nobody was talking about it. The Dinner Table Detective is a bit of a drama.
It is.
I'm just gonna
I just haven't
say-
watched the
drama.
episode yet, so that's why I haven't brought it up.
That's a comedy. We don't have a comedy section, so we can't.
No, I'll just say
Drama.
it's slowly, it's still good, but it's slowly starting to get to the point where I'm kind of like,
You think it's
the
repetitive?
same fucking jokes. Yeah, I'm starting to feel that. I don't want to say mid yet because it
It's
hasn't
goated,
gone to
bro.
that point. But I'm starting to feel it, Mr. Krabs. I'm not liking where it's going with the direction. The mystery's been hitting low key, but if it don't pick up with some of the jokes, I don't know. I'm not liking that, but
I was still shocked when you guys said it last week that it was the driver, because I think I told Crash my idea was it was either the kid or the driver, but I'm like, it can't be the driver though. I don't think so. But I told me like it has to be the kid, and then also gave some good theories. But then once he said the driver, because I still haven't watched the episode because I haven't made the time for it. But once it said driver, I was like, it had to. And then once it said it's because he stole the family business and everything, I'm like, oh, of course, they always have to be spiteful people.
bro, his backstory was tragic, low key, and the fact that he killed an innocent woman for no reason at that point, just
I mean,
Like,
you
she was gonna
bro.
Stretch, she did fucking steal the business.
Yes, she did.
But
she
the
did.
thing is, what they didn't know is that she stole the business and then basically built people a new one in her property.
Yes.
So actually, she's not that bad, you know.
No, like she
She was gonna give it back in a way.
She's a bitch. She's actually not. She's actually actually a G. Just to find out, like, damn, like I during her death, like, damn, like that. How?
Which-
wow, what a ending.
Which I'm guessing even before her death, she was going to give him the key to it. So it's like you killed her the
Look.
second before she was going to give you the whole property, brother. Like,
And then I
But-
love that the detectives take him there and be like, "Yeah, here, this is your thing. Anyway, you're under
new
arrest.
case.
Get fucked."
Bye, peace. GG no ring.
But this new case is interesting. Oh my god, the yakisoba.
Yakisoba.
I think it's the oh well, Rash didn't watch.
No,
Let me
it's
stay
fine.
quiet.
It's okay. If you're
No, go ahead. Which one do you think it is?
Yeah, because we
I
have
think it's the
theories.
employee. I think it's the employee that's working in the office. I
Mm-mm.
think that she has liked him for a time, and she knows that he's very cheapy, even though that he
Oh.
acts all high and mighty.
Honestly, good
Oh,
shout.
you know what?
It's a good shout.
That's a good shout. We don't know how tall the girl from the.
No, we do.
Exactly.
She-
might be
she's-
wearing, she
I
might
think
wear
they said
stilettos or
it.
something.
No, they didn't know how tall she was.
No, because remember, he did suspect her first, and she's like, no, she's
Yeah.
like 150 centimeters. I think he did
that's
say
a
that.
different girl.
No,
No, one of the girls, one of
No,
the
because
No,
they're talking
the
about the
girls was
three
really
girls he's
tall.
dating on the dating app. Those are the
Yeah,
three girls on the dating
Middle
app.
girl
They're not
was
even
tall.
talking about the other girl, the office girl. The office girl's a completely different girl.
No, I know
That's a
that, but I
fourth
think he
girl.
did suspect her, and they're like, no, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
it
they
wouldn't.
threw it out. They threw it out because she's the one who found the body.
Yeah. I
watch,
think
I'm
they-
telling you, I'm on the money with this. I feel
It could be. It's a good shout. It's a good shout.
honestly.
We were thinking the first or second, because the last one, it can't be it. That's too obvious,
Yeah,
right?
It's
Yeah.
always the person you least expect when it comes
Yeah,
to
yeah,
this.
yeah.
So if it's not that girl, it has to be somebody outside from this whole thing. And I'm like, the only other people I've seen is the Rangers. The Rangers have nothing to do with that, which I would be so
Yeah.
surprised. If it
What
was.
if
That'd be
it's a
crazy.
ranger?
It could
Bro,
be a
if it's no
ranger.
Ranger, I would be crying. But I don't think it's another Ranger. I think it's the employee girl, the girl working.
You know,
in the
I think it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
butler. He seems to know how all these
100%
crimes are
sure.
happening. It's the butler, bro.
Butler's is behind all
Poor
everything.
Butler.
You're so,
Every
I'm so
single case.
oblivious. You're so
It's
blind.
Yuki Kaji. I'm blaming it on Yuki Kaji, the voice actor. It's him. It wasn't even the
You
first.
wacky, my boy. It's me, bro. I can't
Yuki Kaji's the writer. He's the one who did it. Trust me.
Oh my god. But
I'm
no,
like, Shaggy,
another fun
it
case.
wasn't me.
It was
that was my that was my little shout out for that.
That's a good shout out.
Get to the
So
nitty-gritty.
I'm about to say,
Yeah,
I think it's time let's move on to our main one because I feel like we stayed on long enough for our honorable mention because I really want to, I just got back and I want to talk about Apothecary Diaries because if you guys don't mind, I want to talk about
it.
our fucking mama got kidnapped.
I know.
Our girl got kidnapped.
Our cat, man. Our cat is gone.
You what?
captured.
She's
She got
captured.
captured. So who's gonna speak? I take the back
Well,
seat on these
Yeah,
conversations.
Vash,
all right.
you go on, brother.
All right, look. I will say, great episode. Episode both 15 and 16. Since I wasn't here, I'm gonna just say both 15 and 16. I love how Mama was still hesitant on wearing the pin. She like, I'm gonna still, keep the promise, but then still not wear it. She like, I'm gonna see if it's time for late. Like, I still have it on. So if guy just pops out of nowhere, puts it there. I love how Mama keeps telling herself to not get into trouble, but then she gets into trouble. It's like, yeah, let me not ask questions, but then she's literally analyzing everything happening in her brain, putting everything piece to piece together, and then she took too long putting the pieces together, and then got caught in 4K. And I love how everything just happened too coincidentally for her to get caught, which I'm not saying was planned, but it was just wrong time, wrong place. Because she also even act like, who is the girl? She's sweet. Like, she also got a book. She knows English. I mean, not English. Girl knows how to write and read. Like, girl knows all these things. Like, she is a higher person. She's not really a servant. But then while she was figuring that out, look, behold, bitch behind you. She like, yeah, bitch, I'm back. And I'm here to murder you too. But then she took her somewhere. And that's where I'm like, and then she went out to find her, which is like, yo, it's been a day. Your Jinshi wasn't there, which I'm shocked that Lacan didn't say anything or Lacan knew, either or, but it was well done. And also Lacan not finding out his daughter is gone because Lacan would have been very helpful, but also I'm curious just because Jinshi would have gotten in trouble to find out that Lacan said like, yo, you got my daughter in trouble, I'm gonna fuck your shit up now. That also could have happened too. So it's like, it's a lot of things going on. But hey, I spoke a lot of my first thoughts. I want to pass it to Nate. What you think as well?
I mean, this was this is the Apothecary that I, want. I think we all want,
Yes,
right? I think like this, the second half of this season is
and you
about
said
to
that
be
last week. You said that last
hidden.
week. It always
Yeah.
happens in the first
Yeah.
season. The second part is where
this
everything goes
episode,
up.
like you mentioned, like the stuff with we kind of had talked about it before with like Suire, like, but they actually revealed obviously her coming back in this episode. They also the reveal with like the old ladies in the clinic, right? I think
Oh
it was,
my
or
God.
with the old emperor, like that was a pretty big reveal in the episode. Also Lacan, that scene at the table, like Grem was kind of, I didn't really like put it together at first with like the glass, like the juice or whatever, but then also it made me look back and I was thinking about like, okay, this man definitely knew that was not Jinshi sitting there as well, because he was kind of joking or like playing, messing around with them about like the gun.
Yeah.
So that was like, I don't know, just some of his dialogue and that, like, even like when he was talking about his wife and stuff like that, like he was like, more importantly, like we were playing this game, like that's more important. Like, I don't know that, and how he was like getting all like animated about it and stuff like that. Like,
That's his wife.
but nah, man. Now
That's
that this
his
has
right or
happened
die.
with now that this has happened with MAOMAO, like if we see some like Lacan and like Jinshi kind of team up or whatever you'd want to say, like them working together, I feel like that's gonna be a guy because this is someone you don't want to like. I don't think you want to really mess with Jinshi, but like Lacan especially is someone you don't want to like. You don't want to really mess with. So
You brought up something that I'm still trying to figure out, and I know Gremmon probably might correct us, or maybe Crash even knows the answer too. Probably he put a little third crafting about the grape juice, because when Lacan said you want some of this nice red grape juice, it looks very nice, but then the color was actually green, so it wasn't red. But the guy, the general, something like he didn't really respond to it. So like their facial reaction. So my eyes, I feel like he was colorblind. That's my
Yeah, it
assumption.
goes back to the stuff with the
And
doors.
what does that
from a
mean,
couple-
though?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So he's royal blood.
He's royal blood.
Potentially,
That's what
yeah.
that means.
Because remember with the doors, like the whole colorblind thing that we went through,
Steve,
like
the-
that
that's-
was a
Yes.
couple episodes ago.
Ah, yes.
That
Yeah,
means
so he
he's
was-
from the same clan at the very least of the
Exactly.
of the lady who took over the royal house. Who did that the little sneaky coup, how she basically took over the country without starting a war because she married the ruler and then basically said that only the emperor can complete this test, and that meant that they had to keep either someone who is colorblind, so someone from her family,
Yeah.
or it had to be specifically her blood had to be there. So that's kind of how she kind of slowly took over the country. Him not being able to see the color means he's part of that family, meaning now we know his motivation.
Yeah.
And
Lacan
Lacan
didn't even have to say anything.
Lacan
Yeah.
didn't have to say a word.
Yeah.
Nope.
Lacan exposed it, and without even blinking, he exposed it and then moved on to the next topic. He did not give a shit. He's
What
like,
did the dude-
I'm
All
gonna put
dudes-
this gun right here, so you have the ammo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
But I
dude said
wanted to-
too was like, "Oh, it's beautiful" or something about the juice. Didn't
Yeah,
he?
he
Yeah.
did. He
something
said, "Oh yeah, it looks
Yeah.
really beautiful, very gorgeous."
And the worst
Very
part is that
red,
Jinsi
very
wasn't
red.
even there. You see everything. We assume it's Jinsi there, and then he goes to the next scene. It's like it's not even him. So it's not even him seeing that. It's like he knows what's going on with the juice. It's a whole other person pretending to be him. It's like literally you're finding out this, and then finding out another plot twist, and then finding out another plot twist. It's like everything's happening all at once. You're like, God damn. Like
Yeah.
What was it? Also, I think I got a kick out of who was it? That was it Basen?
Boston,
That was yeah. Like his reaction was like, "Wait, isn't that's not red?" Like I feel like
Yeah.
his,
He's like,
I'm going crazy.
yeah, like that. I just feel like that's like a perspective of like. I feel like a lot of viewers are like probably sitting there like, what? Like, especially if like maybe like you kind of overlooked the stuff with the doors before, like that didn't click. Like you're probably like sitting there like him as well. Like, wait, what? That's not red. Like, what is dude on about?
It also
So,
you gotta pay attention right now with this. Like going forward, like no story cannot be unturned. Because going forward after this fact, like if you miss anything, it's gonna like affect you going on. Like you're gonna be like Vash, like no offense. You're gonna be like I didn't understand it. And then like going forward in the future, if you didn't understand it later, it's gonna be like, damn, more shit I don't get. And you gotta pay like everything connects in a sense from previous episodes, and it's gonna lead up to a
Agreed.
point where hopefully something I don't know. I hope everything turns out good, but anything can happen. So I'm praying to Gremmon, man, God, please give me good content next week.
I
Oh,
just sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and if Shisui is who, I've said it a bunch, like who I think she is.
I don't think she's who she thinks she is anymore. Like in a good way. Like I don't think
like she's acting like the damsel in distress right now. I'm not falling for that shit. It's a plot. It's a plan. They're in on it together.
Oh no, I don't think
For
they're in
sure.
on together.
Well,
I
she's
think
she's acting her ass off right now,
she is. I believe so. But
which is
also,
fucked for MAOMAO's case because she
Agreed.
actually has like we've saw with Shaolin and with her like she genuinely feels like she genuinely feels. I feel like something there, like some kind of a connection with them, right? So like if she's being played right now by her, which I think she is, then yeah, that's fucked.
Oh, hold on. Actually, you got a good point. What if she still is that concubine? And I literally was like, you know what? At the worst possible time, like, you know what? It can't be her, and it's actually her. Damn, you actually might be onto something with that.
Yeah, so she's sitting there acting like MAOMAO, like she's playing it off.
And
She's
it's
acting
actually
her
her.
ass off right now, bro.
Damn, you
Like
have a
I'm
great
not
point
falling for
there.
that shit, bro. Especially if I think like if it is who I think it is, I'm not falling for that shit, bro.
You know what? I had so much shit to talk about with you in like future animes. I'm gonna drop it right now. I'm gonna let it slide just because you know what? You almost made me fall for the traps. You know what? I appreciate that take. Thank you.
I will say the most like to get back to Lacan for a second. The
Lacan.
most dangerous part about Lacan is that how casually he handed Jinshi 2 loaded guns, essentially, and said, or I guess Ado for
Ado.
all
Yeah,
intents
yeah.
and purposes. He handed her 2 loaded guns pointed them at the person and said, "This is the person who's been doing this."
Yeah.
And he didn't do it for any purpose other than to just put the guns on the table and see what would happen. And then he started talking about what he actually gave a shit about. And you could see his whole demeanor change.
Yep.
Like, he was playing a game at first. And then he's on to serious business. He's talking about this Go game.
About a different game, which is like breaking 4-4, playing a game of mind game, and then talking about physical game about you excited of the game you do with your wife. Like, it's really playing 4D chess. I agree, Gremmon. 4D chess.
And, the most scary part about him is that I genuinely don't think he gives a shit right now.
He don't.
But that may change in a second.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see his reaction.
I
can't wait to see his reaction next week once he find out. Wait, you motherfucker, you got my daughter kidnapped? Or like, I just can't wait to see what side or like what is his reaction.
Yeah.
How's his demeanor gonna be? Because also he has his uncle there. He mentioned his uncle as well during the dinner table to himself. Like, like he said, uncle was right. So I'm like, what did he say about uncle was right?
No, he mentioned the uncle because the uncle's the one who told him and MAOMAO about the colorblind thing.
Yes.
Yes.
That's how.
Okay,
that's
how
how he.
You're right. Yes.
See?
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
because that's how MAOMAO knew. Remember, that's how the one dude baited MAOMAO into figuring out the doors.
Yeah.
Because he said Loman would have already known.
Would have already figured this out,
And by the way, I feel bad for MAOMAO having your parent come into your place and say, "Don't touch people's tools without asking." Yo, once I heard that, I felt hurt for her. I'm like,
the old man, mind your business.
Exactly. I'm like, yo, man, mind your business. I've been here. I own these tools more than you, bitch. I'm like, damn.
Hey, boys, I want to ask everyone a question. What is the eunuch doctor's name? Does anyone know it?
The Quack is what still call him.
I would call the Quack Doctor.
Yeah, I still call him the Quack Doctor.
But do you know his name?
Nope.
I want y'all to know that MAOMAO doesn't either, okay? She just heard his name. She has no idea. She doesn't care.
His name's Gwen.
His name is Gwen, yes.
I feel like I did hear that in the subtitles.
I did see it in the subtitles. I just brushed it off because I didn't care either. Like, MAOMAO. I just call him the Quack. I just call him like MAOMAO Quack.
The one thing I love about the novels, because of course I've read past this part already, but MAOMAO actually says, I heard his name once, but I don't remember it. His name's Gwen, and she learns his name like 6 times. She goes, Gwen? Wait, what? His name is Gwen? I feel like I should have known that already. Why do I not know that?
It's like when you know someone, like, you know, online, like people like change their names a lot and shit. It's like when you know someone for so long by a certain name and then they change their name and you're still calling them that like old name. That's like what that is for sure.
Oh, so dude, I mean,
even in our group, even our friend group, we can relate.
We definitely relate when there's like 3 names being called last week. You have your whole government name being called 5 times by the end of the show. I'll be like, really?
Me. I call D Vash every single time.
Oh no, even in like with Drop, like. That's you know.
Oh yeah, I still call him Kid.
Yeah, Kid Otaku. Yeah, for us it's Kid. I still call him Kid at times. Times during Week of the Ring, I call him Drop. But when it's just me and him, I just call him Kid. That's what I'm used to as well.
Yeah, you just stick to like what you like kind of know, like what is like, you know, you're just the most used to. So I can't even really blame Mama. I would do the same thing probably in her situation. I'd be like, I'm not going with that. Like, yeah, like.
But any last thoughts about Apothecary Diaries other than excitement? Because that's all I got on my end.
Give me
banger.
I love Lacan, man. Lacan is so cute, man. He's so cute.
I'm just ready for Lacan and I guess Jinshi as well.
Yeah, me too.
Lacan especially to take.
But also Ado came back, bro. Like, and she looking fine. Oh my god, she just had to disguise herself.
Yeah,
she's awesome.
I will just say this to get you guys enticed before you go, boss, and try to move us on. In this part in the manga, because I was reading the manga before I started the light novel, very soon something happens, and it is what made me read the light novel.
Interesting.
Because I could not wait.
So, pregnancy, I will do what has to be done and read the light novel.
So we're gonna see this in season 2 by the next 6 episodes.
By the next episode or 2.
Oh shit!
It'll be soon.
So Chad, be aware if that happens within the next few weeks, we might be having a good type of 30-minute show. I mean, a good 30-minute segment. But
Yeah.
anybody got thoughts for your former episode 4? Because I didn't get to see it, haven't watched it. Anybody got thoughts?
Let me clear it up real quick. So I have some beef for all of you guys.
All right.
I've been trying to watch this shit since it fucking aired. I'm
It's
fucking
good.
4 episodes
It's good.
behind, and at this point, I'm sick of the shit that I can't watch with you
Don't
guys.
watch
So I'm
it.
dropping this anime. Fuck you guys.
I
Wait,
agree.
what happened? Oh, you've been trying.
It's
Oh,
not
I
all
see.
that. It's
We've
not
been
all
trying
that.
to binge it for 4 fucking weeks. You guys have not helped me whatsoever to watch this.
I
shit.
told you. No. I told you. My assassin brother. I told you. I refuse to rewatch it because I don't like the show.
No, I
I
can
told
sauce you. I can sauce
Memory,
you.
what's your
I can
excuse?
sauce you. I don't have an excuse. I can sauce you the episodes though.
Just saying. Hold on. Just saying.
Okay,
no,
no.
Crash. Just saying. What Nick could also do is download the episodes and just put it up on a drive, and we could just watch it too. It's just saying as well.
That's literally what I've been asking him, and he's like,
No. Okay, I
And
was
then
under the
quiet.
impression we don't have to go too much into this, but I was under the impression that you wanted to like me to
Watch it,
screen share the
yeah.
episode and watch
Yeah.
all the shit again.
No, I know you have a life. I'm not, bro. I'm not gonna make you do that. No,
I'm like, yeah, like I'm kind of like
Yeah.
Gremmon, like I'm not
That's
trying to
why-
rewatch. I'm not trying to rewatch.
Hell
it.
no, I'm not gonna do that to you.
Yeah, I agree. I don't
That's me,
want to
you know.
watch it, bro.
But no, I could sauce you. We'll get there.
Heck yeah.
So
I
as
was
you
just to
see,
put out
chat.
the Hispanic Assassin does not approve of illegal pirating, but if you have to sail the high seas, do what you gotta do.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
Either way, from that, we support Crunchyroll. We support any legal streaming service. If you guys want to sponsor us and get a 10%
Fuck you,
off,
High Dive.
let us know. Let us know, guys. Especially High Dive.
Fuck you, High Dive.
Especially High Dive. Anybody that wants to
I'm
support
gonna
us
be
and
honest
sponsor.
with you,
you very much.
Crunchyroll. You need to up your fucking game. Your UI sucks.
That is
Funimation,
true.
your dog shit.
Funimation don't exist no
all
more.
All of you people need to have competitors. So no, I
Netflix, you are
I
right.
support those stuff. I'll be that guy. You guys
Hey.
need competitors, legal competitors, so that you up your game. Because right now it's not good enough.
That is all right.
Oh,
So
God.
if you want to be good enough for something, join the Isekai fantasy world and get hit by truck-kun, because we're here to talk about some Isekai.
Wait. Actually, I'm not. Whoa.
Go
I
ahead.
want to talk about your
Hold on.
form.
Oh, you do. Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
I'm the only one that likes it at this
Okay.
point.
I'm
at
gonna
this
just erase the
point,
time
look,
code I did there. Copy.
it's okay. I'll be quick. Oh, look, man. Look. We went. We're talking about the laws. Look, the laws. The laws might be broken for our boy Harold. All right, we don't want him shut down. We
What do you
know
mean?
that.
They never existed to begin with.
Yeah, they never did. But look, the society is looking at it like honestly, like they're like, they're giving no side eye. But like realistically, yeah, if they're going to copy humans are already imperfect. You just never know what's gonna happen. So it's already a gamble, anyways. So look, Harold is already, he clearly thinks for himself, but still also just thinks like a robot. Sadly, of course, he's just a robot. And our girl, she, again, we talked about this before. She wanted them to be equal. And everything, and sadly, it just can't be. He's a robot. She's a human. It just can't be like that. And you're kind of seeing that they're solidifying their like relationship. They're trying to like sometimes going to be hurtful, but they're still wanting to be equal partners in some way or form. And it was cool. I after this whole case, finding out like Lexi actually did lie. Our boy, the other guy, was trying to do right. Really, like realistically, he was. But it just, scientists just want to do what they want to do. They're going to push out what their agenda. And like she said, realistically, these laws didn't even matter, honestly, because the amicus are just being human. They're being human. They have an infinite black box. They're going to choose what to do. And she just wanted to test it out. She was like, hey, I'm putting my project, my sons out there. One did mess up, but the other one, I actually programmed it to actually hurt someone. But, they can choose whether to not hurt people or not.
I think my problem with this show right now is that I feel like it was supposed to be an emotional decision for her to like choose between Harold or like turning in the doctor and like uploading the black box and like showing the source code like as proof that he is capable of doing something. And I don't know why that's important. Like, I get that she cares, but like, I feel like given Nate, you've told us some things about like the volume that was skipped and like how like apparently they didn't have how she hated Amicus.
There's no foundation.
Like that. And I'm like, okay, but if she hated Amicus's, then why the hell would she back Harold like this? She basically lied for his
She did that.
sake. And we don't know, like, she didn't lie. She said she didn't know, which is accurate. But still, she lied. Like, for all intents and purposes, she was she wasn't truthful with what she knew in order to get Harold off. But, like, I feel like that's supposed to be more impactful. Like, because we're supposed to know that she didn't like Amicus's, and like we're supposed to know that she had an aversion to the AI and to the robots, but I don't feel that. I don't know anything. I don't know why she would lie in this moment, and I don't know why she would, like, I feel like we're missing too much foundation. Like Nate said, we're just missing.
Yeah, there's
too much.
like no, yeah, there's. I mean that people say, like, I think even the producers are saying that they wanted to start from the second volume because I don't know if they specifically said that the first volume like drags a lot or it's a little slower, but like the volume 2 just kind of gets right into things, right?
Yeah.
But volume 1, from what I've heard, is a lot slower. It kind of drags a bit, but it's like the introductory, you know, laying the foundation type shit, which is essential.
Yeah, because we don't care about this character if we don't know what her backstory is and why
and
she
that's
doesn't
been-
like Amicus's.
Not even like this episode, but like a lot of the moments so far in the series, like I feel like it came across as something where you were probably supposed to feel something, but you just didn't feel something. Like the scene at the end of the newest episode, though, I thought it was a nice scene with Harold and her. I did actually like. I feel like that kind of hit a little bit. Like I felt a little something there compared to like some of the other episodes, the moments that they've had. So I think maybe it helps after kind of what just transpired, like what had just happened. But yeah, man, this I've talked about it in other casts for sure. It just feels like a lot of the time, like it's kind of missing that something. Like it irks me, man. It irks me because I feel
like they'll cook because I mean they're gonna add things, you know.
There's parts of this I do like for sure, but there's just like there's stuff holding it back too. So yeah.
Look, I mean, I feel that they did it for. I think their whole point was they're trying to keep it mysterious, right? Because that's like the whole series, even novel wise, is really mysterious. It does drag on that first volume, and I guess they wanted to start it kind of mysterious, and that's why they'll add things to like give context. But I don't know. They'll probably keep adding context to the why she hates him is apparently connected to her sister. That's all we know. Is that you can definitely tell that it's connected to her sister because she keeps mentioning it, and apparently he knows about what happened with her sister and stuff like that, which I think it does get mentioned in the first volume, but I don't even think it goes into it like that. But there's definitely a lot of elements where in this volume it solidifies more the relationship than in volume 1, right? That's why this is the end of the second volume, this episode. So now we're heading to the third volume. So I don't know. For me, I definitely understand the gripes because you definitely, some little scenes here, you're like, oh, well, I mean, I don't really feel anything. But I think you can, even with the missing pieces, you can still feel like even in the beginning of episode 1, you know, he's teasing her. He's like, I can't really read you. She's like, well, yeah, you can't read me. And I used to hate Amicus, but you're kind of cool. Stuff like that. They give little like talks here and there. You can still see like hints of their like solidified a little bit relationship and stuff like that. It's just interesting. I like the world too, the laws and what they're trying to prove and you know, fight against, and it's cool. I like the diving too, so there's a lot of good stuff about it. That's cool. Hopefully, I think that, look, directors, whatever you're cooking, just add the stuff so people can understand more about Ichika. But I think I kind of understand where Ichika's coming from a little bit. But yeah, that's all with your FORMA for me.
Okay.
All right. Now for the Isekai and actual fantasy and true cut.
Oh my god!
10 minutes later, after the actual time cooldown roll, we're here to discuss the fantasies. And I want to give a shout out to the good series that is out there. Unaware Atia Meister, episode 5. That came out this Sunday. Look,
Me.
beside what memory, beside what, you know, of Neko sleeping out here, it's an enjoyable series. I give it a 7.5 episode. It is a nice comfort food. This mind hurt I
think like 6. I think it was like a 6. It wasn't all that.
It wasn't, but to me it was enjoyable. It had
I thought it was enjoyable, but it's just not.
the trope is still funny that the church was the bad guy. When the nun was by the end of the episode, she said, "I can't believe the church, the bishop was aligning a contract with the demon." I'm like, really, bitch? It wasn't that obvious? Really? The gold fucking teeth, the whole weird, creepy smile type of bishop. Like, in anime, I have a saying: if it's not the church, it's the government. If it's not the government, it's the people. If it's not the people, it's fucking aliens. It's usually the first two in most animes. After that, it starts to get like all type of philosophical shit, but it's usually the church and government. So for this one, it's the church, and I'm okay with that. I love how Kurt is fucking he's such a holy kid. He literally doesn't want to kill people. He just said, yo, instead of having a curse go back to people, I'm gonna just have them fucking glow as white motherfuckers out here. And then they just continue glowing after they die. So that's pretty crazy. The other show I want to give a little honorable mention was The Brilliant Healer, New Life in the Shadows. Still enjoyable. Iron Rose. You say you have one fault, but then by the end of the episode, you have many faults. I like that characterization. She grows in that little one episode. She's honest to herself. And I'm glad that she believed the person she was fighting when she was still like, hey, if you think I'm the bad guy, the actual bad guy is in the people in your kingdom, and he's the noble. He's the actual bad guy. And I'm glad girl didn't really continue fighting. I'm glad that she was like, okay, word, I'm gonna go and check that out. She was actually the knight that she's supposed to portray. I really dig that. And she got shot by her own pistol and her arm blown off. I didn't even fucking realize that. But then I love how the healer came through like, yeah, just healing a regular arm like this is nothing. She's like, there's no way. Only like 3-5 people in the world could do that. Like, word? It's just, it should be normal. But then once we saw, I think I noticed in the flashback in the opening that I like what they did in the transition, because I don't know why I'm not supposed to pay attention to the fucking opening because I start to read like too much in the metaphors of what they're trying to not really show us. But then I saw the kid, the main character, being like a bum 5-year-old in the street. But then he got picked up by, I assume, was his mentor, his training, his master, and he looks OP. But then it shows the type of symbolic of how he also picked up the elf when girl's in trouble. It kind of is very symbolic in that. So now I'm curious to see that, is he gonna show her some type of healing magic much later in the episodes? Because also I'm not a big fan. Why the fuck is she in love with him or wants to show him a good time? I hated that as well. I don't like that type of story trope. Can we please stop doing that? Like, we're saving the girl, but can we not have the girl fall in love with the guy or try to be like, I'm gonna show you a good time, papicito? No, please don't do that. I'm not a fan of that. Those were my 2 honorable mentions in the series when it comes to Isekai fantasy. Because I know you guys want to save the 2 Perfect Saints, or I'm not sure if we did already speak about it.
We already did.
Yeah, we did, right?
It's not Isekai too, though, but yeah.
Yeah. I left an A-Ring party. Good episode. To me, it's one of the best episodes. We finally fucking finished the dungeon that we did in this, and the Red Mage hero did his thing. That's also all I got for honorable mention. Anybody else want to tap in?
I mean, I was gonna say Evil Lord is an honorable mention, but I think we're gonna probably want to talk about
that one's getting added to the permanent.
Yeah, that's added. Yeah.
Speaking of, talking about our new permanent one we just added right now this second. Look at the look on Vash's face. He cannot believe we're doing all these pivots while he's here.
Like, man.
Hey, we have an hour of our show left. Let's see how this goes with so many things we're talking about. Let's go.
I'm the evil lord of the Intergalactic Empire. It's bad.
No lie, I've been waiting for episode 4. I'll kid you not. This is one shot I was waiting for. I was like, yo, when the new episode came out, when Grem takes a group chat, like, yo, new episode, I'm like, yeah, boy.
Bro, you didn't hit me with the message. You or Nate never told me when we were gonna watch it.
It's because once you brought it up, I got busy and I couldn't bring it up. And I already just watched it today, right before recording. So, like, it wasn't you. Like,
we watched it yesterday, so
okay.
It was a blast.
It was good. my dude learned magic sword slicing from afar, and he thinks he got it done with the Flash.
Oh
Bro,
my God.
the master is accidentally teaching him without knowing.
Oh, dude, the master is trying to punish him, and it's the funniest thing ever because they're gonna make this dude like, I guess we already kind of saw a glimpse, right? How he's this mega awesome badass. It's all the master. The master's trying to fuck with him, like punish him and just kind of mooch, and he's gonna end up making this kid this godlike being in the universe, and it's gonna be hilarious. I will say I have started just a very little bit of the novel. I'm reading very quiet, very slowly.
Of course.
I'm reading very slowly. I will say the only thing I do know is that in this episode, I kind of glanced over the manga. In this episode, 40 years have passed. Our boy is 40 years right now. 40 years old now.
Wait, hold on.
Like in the world, or are you saying like his
in the world
mental or like his?
No, he is 40 years old as that kid. He looks like a teenager now. He is 40.
Wait, but we only know that he did the time chamber. He only did it 2 times, so he should be like 15 years old.
But he had 30 years of training with the sword in this episode. 30 years passed. He is 40 years old now.
I'm confused with the way, because I don't know why, but the way they're doing this time showing.
I think now we're on the same time frame as like.
It's because what happened to the princess? With a weird dude. Also, that weird dude just fucked me up more in the head.
Like the aspect ratio changes and whatnot. I think that so the stuff we were seeing before was in the past, and then the stuff we were seeing with her was in the future. But now we've kind of moved to the point where I think we're on the same like plane essentially. Like we're in the present
because
time.
Like this reminds me of, if anybody did watch the season 1 of The Witcher, where they didn't really explain the whole like the 40-80 years difference until you find out by the end of the season, like, oh, everything was meeting up to that certain point. We were just seeing different timeline. And this shows the same thing. Like, you're not really explaining to us what's like what
I'm gonna be real with you.
And it's annoying me a bit.
If I had not peeped the manga just a little bit and then started the light novel, I would not have known that 30 years have passed in that episode.
Yeah, the way he looks is like,
like 20 years old. Like,
well, you gotta understand, these people live for hundreds of years, so he's not gonna age normally. But he has aged significantly, which means he looks like a teenager. He's about 40. Coming of age for these people is 50 years old. So they're talking about him about to come of age pretty soon. And that means he's closer to 50 years old now. He's about 40 right now in the story, which, again, you wouldn't have gotten unless I had read and known this. So yes,
I do appreciate you for letting us know,
old.
because that's one thing that I was also gonna probably check. Or I'm glad you told us, because that's one thing that was bothering me of this view. Because like, hey, I'm excited for this mecha and everything. By the way, can we also talk about this horny man? Bro was ready to pinch, thrust, and also twist the super nipple. And he said, "Yo, I'm sorry, this is not me," but he just kept on thrusting. I'm like, he's literally thrusting for mecha. Literally like doing Godzilla shit.
I got a kick out of that. I don't think I've ever saw
like my kind of guy for sure.
Never saw Gundam twist a nipple.
I never saw mecha anime have the robot thrusting like that.
Me either. Nope. The last time I saw that, I think if anybody saw Pacific Rim, I think they did a joke about that, like a 10-second scene, I think once. I might be wrong, or Pacific Rim 2, but that was the only time I saw a joke like that of the thrusting, but I didn't expect that in the anime. Like, of course, that horny shit, but like, in a mecha style, it was so and the swordsman was like, "Get out there, boy, stop doing that." And the butler was like, "I thought he was only in love with AI robots, but I'm glad to see him horny with a real woman."
So happy. Bro, can we just say we saw him start with fondling, then he started the foreplay. He was greasing the nipples, bro. He was going with it. He was getting there. He was twisting the nipples, bro. You saw him start sucking, bro. He went through every step we have all seen in some hentai, bro. He was there. He was like, I am doing it. And then you saw him start thrusting. And you saw a couple of those small ones. And then he started fucking fucking ramming, bro. And he's like, "You saw me, I promise." And he's still looking at her, and she's kind of like, "Damn, okay, this kid really thinking like that." Like, hey, you know,
Mechanic Girl is bad.
Oh yeah, she's bad.
Mechanic
Girl.
I
didn't watch this anime now. Y'all said episode 4? That's where y'all
Yeah,
at?
Bro,
yeah,
no, it's so good.
Oh, trust me, it's good.
We're gonna put you on.
Say
good.
that.
It's
That's all I
really
need
good.
to- You
enjoyable.
had me at mechanical.
Well, she got the underboob going on and
Yeah.
all that.
Oh,
Like,
bro.
oh,
Side
dude.
question: I'm just curious to know what this type of demon or this type of creature, I don't know what to name him, but like him keep showing up in the beginning. I don't know if that's actually important or if that's just a bit part of the story, because he just keeps showing like the negative emotions. So I'm really curious if that is supposed to lead to something. Like honestly, I'm just curious.
Probably will.
I think yes. I think he. Again, this is something you guys wouldn't know unless you read the novel, which I read. I've read the first chapter, literally just the prologue. So all the stuff dealing with him. He calls himself a guide, and he feeds off of negative emotions. That is his life. That is like his power. That's what gives him sustenance. So he put him in this world with the hopes of him having a miserable life again.
Mm-hmm.
And so he wants to see the main character fail. So I imagine that he will be like a kind of like a bad guy for the whole series.
Like
Timu
trying
Man
to
God. Yeah, like Timu Man God just trying to fuck over.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
That's wild, bro.
That is wild.
Timu Man God is wild.
I mean,
I
honestly,
think-
though, like,
Yeah.
Mangard does give Rudy a situation.
Mango didn't bring Rudy over though.
No, but he does, like, especially in this sense, right? He's like, well, you could choose this, but then you could choose this. And either way, it kind of doesn't give you a good route, but it's kind of fun seeing
But
you
it's
choose one to
funnier
think.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So
Team Man God, we also got merch coming. We're gonna get plushies of Man God and Neko Chan. Stay tuned, very, very soon. Coming up on our website.
bro, send them to me, bro. I want
that's
one.
like, this is news to me.
Word on, like I wasn't here last week for
the
this.
whole thing. Like, don't worry, guys. It's coming out soon. Maybe. This
Bro,
year-
if you
this year-
make that-
soon.
no,
Don't worry.
if
we
that
heard
merch
you.
is
We're gonna
real,
fill it out.
Yo, for my birthday,
Yeah,
bro.
the merch is
You,
real, for sure. Whenever the website release, we'll have like merch and stuff like
Yes.
that.
bro, you didn't
Yes.
give me nothing for my birthday, bro. Send me one with my
yes.
Kurisu
Yes,
on
we saw
Man God,
contract.
bro.
But hey, does anybody have any more thoughts about this? If not, we can move to the end after the beginning.
I got one more thing. I just wanted to say,
That shit.
seeing the mech, like how he wanted it to have the rocket punch and all that. That was his.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Like,
funny.
even just seeing it in action was really cool.
It felt
That's
so
another-
boy like. It felt such a boy thing. Like what you say? Like it's every man's dream to have.
Yeah.
Like it reminds me of Frankie. Like when he also has done it before. Like just like the whole like super Frankie.
Yeah.
Like punch. Like it just feels like an android robot type of boy thing, and it felt wholesome. It felt very mecha kid. So I get it.
Yeah, and then a freaking, she was like, "Okay, here's your rocket punch. It's like a nuke." A mini
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, hey, it's
Like,
better.
it's
She's like, it's
crazy.
not the same woman. I need it. I need this here. Like, no.
It doesn't matter if it's not attached to the body.
Literally, no, that's
Yeah.
how it is. That's how it
But
is.
she said we lose money if we lose a hand every single time. She's like, I don't care. Budget unlimited works is what we call it.
Yeah.
And look,
that's
it was
so
funny. I literally wrote it in my notes. Unlimited budget work for the new mecha. I literally wrote that in my notes. But hey, talking about notes,
It's such a fun show.
let's talk about the end after the beginning, episode 4.
Can we please?
Guys, how you guys feel?
Oh, he went to the elf village by accompanying a chick because she got lost, and now he got captured
Yeah.
by the elves. That's all.
She did not get lost, brother.
Well,
She
no,
said
hold
it.
on.
Bro.
She did
She
get
knew
lost.
exactly where
No,
she was
no.
going.
She did get lost first, and
did
they got
not get
kidnapped.
lost.
She said she
She
was
got
going around with the flowers or
kidnapped.
something, and then she got kidnapped.
But she wasn't
While
lost.
she was lost, she got kidnapped.
She wasn't lost. She was
She
just
got
picking
kidnapped.
flowers. She got kidnapped.
She did get kidnapped.
Well,
so
next time,
she
be with
was
your
not
grandfather.
lost.
Don't be by yourself. Be with your grandfather next time.
literally
Stay with him.
Yeah.
Oh, if
Yeah.
she were with her grandfather, those guys would have died before they looked at her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Her
Grandpa-
grandpa's kind of badass.
But yeah, dude, okay, honestly, I felt something. I mean, it could be because I'm biased, but I honestly, and there was some movement this episode. Like, it wasn't the greatest.
Barely.
We
Barely.
you know, we get it there. Dude, this was such a fun
Bro, we
episode.
saw him
Seeing him
poop.
bond.
We saw
Look.
him poop, bro.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Bro had problems in the stomach and diarrhea. Look, I wrote here in my comment. I love how this anime avoids animating moving images by having shots in, sliding them out with voiceover in the background and having them far shots. That's literally what I wrote.
Yeah.
Like, cool fight in the beginning with wolves. Grandpa have a good advice. Don't sleep with any man. What does this grandpa be saying? Humans are perverts or in having more than one wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way they drew those wolves, by the way, was
Was
They
weird.
were so
It was weird.
dorky,
It
bro.
was weird. Yeah, it like dorky weird. I don't know. I just didn't fuck with it. It was just weird.
Those wolves look crazy.
And the mushrooms got
Look.
out there shitting. That's why I wrote.
Don't
it.
worry, bro. Don't worry. It's gonna get better, surely. I believe. I don't, but I do. Look, it's getting a little bit better. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just curious to know why she did a switch up once they came to the elf village. She's like, just stay quiet. Like, yo, come on, we're friends, right? And she just looks at him like, not gonna say a word because the episode's ending. Bye. Like,
Literally, that's all it is, bro. That's the worst
that's
part.
it? That's it?
Like it's so
That's it?
misleading. Like
very
what is
misleading.
whatever. Anyway,
But the thing is, look, she's like, she's just probably looking at him like, oh shit, maybe I should speak up. You know, I'm just joking. But look, honestly, this is the start of a cool friendship, man. They're so cute. Like he's trying to, he was looking at her, he's like, oh, this is how a kiss should act. Okay. You know, it was kind of cute. Like he's actually hanging out with someone his age. He's learning how to kind of enjoy life for every little thing, right? Because she's the kid. She's just enjoying life for what it is, and he's kind of getting that too. He's like, maybe I should appreciate what's around me a little and be a little goofy. Is this how kids play? Interesting. It was cute. It was a cute episode. And then we don't know what's going to happen in this elf village. It looks cool, and maybe he won't die.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of
they
interested
kept
if
it.
there's like, because right now it looks like, oh, like, yeah, she set his ass up, but maybe maybe we're just being baited to believe that. I don't know. Or
I don't
maybe,
know.
The theories, good theories.
yeah, but with like obviously what Arthur has already like displayed, I feel like they may see him and be like, okay, like maybe we could take advantage of this or something like that. So, or there's more, we get more info, lore, maybe they give us some more kind of info. I don't know. But I don't know. I have been enjoying like the stuff with Sylvia in the previous episode.
Yeah, that
and
was
then
cool.
even like
That was
this
cool.
episode. Yeah, like I feel like the past two, like I'm still not crazy about the series, but it has been trending in a better direction compared to like the beginning. But even like it's so like it's just painfully. I don't even know if I would say it's average. It's just pretty meh.
Look,
but
I'm just there
it
to-
is trending in a better direction, so I'll take that.
I'm just there to enjoy the story. I'm just along with the ride. It's 24 episodes. I'm just here.
Yikes.
But
Yeah.
hey,
We can do it.
now that we're
We can
here,
make it.
we're here
we can
talking
make
about
it.
rom-coms. How we're feeling about rom-coms. Any honorable mention that we want to give?
Yes, I do, Vash. All
go
right,
ahead,
everyone step
Crash.
aside.
Talk about it.
I have a yes. All right. Neko, you're up because I've been dying to talk about this with all week long.
Honorable
The
mention,
Shujin
right?
Family children. Yeah, honorable mention. The Shujin family children.
Oh
Bungie
my
is main fucking girl, and I will not
Yo,
take
she
no
is
for a
great.
fucking answer.
She is great.
And we got a
God.
fucking confession. 3 episodes and we got a confession from the pink hair girl saying I love you. You already know she's getting spicy right now. So anything could go any way possible. But I want to hear Neko because you was talking to me about this a while ago. You finally gonna give it a chance. It's in your top 10 list, I hope.
No, it's not. But Bonnery is my girl though. Like, dude, after this whole week, look, in the beginning of the week, I was like, wait, ooh, but no, after everything else, I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, Bonnery carried the episode for me, but like, it didn't get in my top 10. But look, Bonnery, you see just like how she wants to be protective of everyone. She's the big sister, right? Of course. But you can tell, like, too, that she does care about MC. Of course she does. That's her brother. but she's just so cute, and I love how teasing she is too. And she is aware of all this other sister's feelings and whatnot, but she's just goated, bro. I love Bonri. She's awesome, and I really do hope to get more about her. Honestly, I'm just watching this for Bonri, honestly.
Like the show looks nice too, so like
it does look, yeah.
I told y'all, let it cook. I mind. Just record the instant shit. I'm telling you, it's actually a pretty decent anime. It's not the best anime by far, but I'm telling you, it's decent at the very least. It's not a waste of time. I promise you, the romance is gonna hit one way or another. I don't know in what way you want to take that context, but the anime is not trash by no means.
Hey,
that's questionable, but you know,
if they're gonna go for it, you might as well go for it. Like I hope they don't beat around the bush for like the whole season or like hundreds of chapters.
I mean, first episode, one of the sisters are already going in, and we got like butt naked.
That is true.
You know, the third episode we got a confession already.
Like
so
like if you've already committed to going down this route, like you just gotta stick with it. You can't be like beating around the bush or like trying to like dodge it.
I'll just say I'm questioning the author a bit more with both his series right now with Rent a Girlfriend. That's when I'm questioning him a bit. I'm not sure if I told Crash, but I did started the show. I already started watching episode 1, 2. I didn't see 3 or 4 yet, but I've seen the glimpse. I've seen the confession by the pinkish or orange haired girl, so I saw that as well. I did the picture. Yeah, so cool show. That's all. It's nothing that great.
Hey, you gotta give it to the author. Though. The author does know how to make an attractive looking female character.
Yes, I do agree.
Sure.
You gotta
cook a goddamn gourmet meal.
All right.
Gotta salute him for that.
Crash, what other honorable mention you got?
I was gonna talk about Ariana-san.
That is an honorable mention?
Since it's not there. Yeah,
Haren-san?
Ariana-san. Ariana-san.
Haren, not Ariana Grande-san, all right?
A hot and
Haren-san. You know, guys, I can't pronounce it.
It's Haren. Haren.
What?
This is bringing me back to honey lemon soda.
Honestly.
Soda honey lemon? So yeah, anyway.
Honey lemon poop?
Anyway,
that anime is getting more cuter with the whole sports art thing. My thing with that, right? Like, okay, cool. They did the whole race. It was cool that she trained with, with Raido and everything. My thing though, that maybe you guys overlooked, that I low-key was peeping, and I'm like, oh, that could be like a whole like episode in of itself, was Mitsuki, which if you guys don't know is like the tall girl with the orange hair. She might potentially have a crush on Ishiyakawa? I think is his name? The guy who broke his leg, whatever. Yeah. Because they were in the rooftop and they were having a little moment, and it was kind of like, are you trying to like, not I would say flirt, but like, is there like a little connection there or something like that? I peeped that. So I'm actually pretty curious to know if there's gonna be like something special between them in upcoming episodes. I would like to see that, because I just don't want her to just be like a side character where she's just kind of like there and not doing fucking nothing, you know what I mean? Because I know Riku, Riku's cool and everything. It's cool to see she's like trying to fit in with everybody, but she's like worried about like she's doing the wrong thing or not. But I want to see more of Mitsuki and see if like she's gonna have like more romantic stuff or just help out. I don't know. I kind of like, I peeped that. I'm like, ooh, that could be a whole romance thing in of itself. But we'll see. Maybe I'm cooking something. Maybe I'm wrong with that theory. I've been wrong before, but I loved it. It was by far one more cooler episodes. It's nothing like the last episode with fucking Animal Crossing. But
yeah, the previous episode. This one though, I did like the relay race was nice, but then also like seeing a Haren like try to cover his ass like by any means necessary, like that was actually
okay. Wait. I gotta ask. Do you guys remember this exact same episode?
It was his front. It was
his fly, right?
Yeah, it was the front part. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is like a copy of the episode from season 1, and I only know that because I rewatched season. Like I watched.
Yeah, you would know more than us. Yeah. Remember more.
Yeah. This episode, I was watching it and I was like, did he put on the wrong season? Like, because I've seen this before.
I'm like double checking and shit. Like, wait.
Yeah, he actually double checked. It was so fun.
What I would say,
I got a kick out of that.
I like about this episode because I could relate to the relay races. I was very good in sports. I was a good athletic back in high school. So when I saw this, it kind of reminded me. I remember when I was running. I remember when I was doing, the back and forth, trying to get 100 laps in, like top score of the class, top score of the school.
The pacer test.
So like, yeah, the pacer test. Thank you.
Pacer test.
Oh my
God.
God. That was shit.
I was the top
You didn't want
one
to
in my
pacer
school.
test.
I aced everyone back in my school, back in Russell Stage and everything. So I was like I did like 100 laps and everything. I was great. I missed those tests. So it's just pretty cool to see him like, yeah, I got it. And then when you have that one person you're supposed to count on, and then that motherfucker breaks his leg the day before, like, why, you stupid bitch? Why are you supposed to fall? We count on you. Don't fall. So just hearing that and all that, like, it just felt a lot of relatable. Like, this episode was good. Like, with this show, I don't always have notes. I literally have in my notes, wholesome episode. It was really good. I connected.
Yeah, this wholesome goodness. Yep.
We can't forget about the little moment at the very end when Riku was talking to Haren's little brother. Because I don't know if it was you, Vash. Someone was saying like, oh, they thought that was the other little sister. I'm like, can you not tell the difference between the two? Because their hairstyles. I was like, oh, the brother. Okay, cool.
So,
and even their.
I wrote in the thread saying that sometimes I be forgetting what gender they are because I just be forgetting because of the like long hair and everything. So I just be forgetting once they speak is when I could tell. But at times I be forgetting like, oh yes.
She has two siblings. The middle brother, the middle sibling is like the second oldest, and then you have the youngest sister, the third sibling in the family, and she's like going to elementary. So that's how you can tell the difference. One's high school, one's middle school, one's elementary.
Understood.
And the younger sister is taller than all of them, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
If that was easy, that one.
Yeah.
That was the easy part.
Yeah.
But the middle school kid was asking some like OD questions. I was like, I was not thinking philosophical at that age, bro. I was like thinking a little more outside of my head, like going to like outside high school, college. I'm like, bro, like, guys think of like, damn, interesting question. What the fuck was I thinking about when I was in middle school? Probably like fucking, I don't know, girls and skipping class and shit. I was not thinking what this kid was thinking. I'm like, damn, like, I feel bad for Riku. Riku was gonna like, I don't know, think about life. I'm trying to figure out shit myself. Like, damn. So it was like that shit. It was wholesome. I loved it. I'm having a blast watching this anime. I'm glad. I hope they give it a 10 out of 10. I really, really want to give it a 10 out of 10 this season.
Okay.
I don't have no honorable mention for other rom-coms for me in this. Because other
think I
stuff
do
we're gonna
either.
talk about. No, I'm good on mine. So well, let's I didn't see the next two things we're gonna talk about, so you guys could take the floor. I didn't get the chance to check them out. I did see it revealed in this episode for KOWLOON that I believe my theory came true about her being a clone. Is what I say.
No, it's not confirmed.
Oh.
So they debunked the clone theory, and now we have interdimensional theory now, where
What the
it
fuck?
could be a whole different. Yeah. So I was gonna talk to Memory and Grem about this thing now. So they in the beginning of the 4th episode, right? And again, major spoilers. It should have been said beforehand, but major spoilers for this. So you go into the beginning of the episode, and the Zesty guys, yeah, I'm gonna call them Zesty guys now because I don't want to say their names. The Zesty guys are talking about like, oh, you better not find your clone because he's gonna hit you from the back type shit and yada yada yada. And then they're talking about, oh, but it can't be a clone because so reason. I'm like, oh, so okay, so the theory that we've been like holding on for is not true by no means. And then they take it one step forward by showing that there's 2 versions of the same people in the same world that they're living in. And how they prove it is how they go find the other person in the other side of the world. So KOWLOON is kind of like in its own weird.
We're in
kind of
KOWLOON
area.
too.
Yeah, we're in KOWLOON too, and it. The show's gonna explain what they mean by that because in like 1996 or 1980s they got demolished and then they rebuilt immediately.
Yeah.
I assume it has to do something with Terra up there. I don't know, but it's not explained. So the company, the pharmaceutical company, goes and finds like a side character that like is living with like these old men, whatever, right? And that person goes into KOWLOON, and then the second version disappears.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, one person goes in, and then the other one goes and disappears. So that's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, where did the other person go? We don't know. And then, to top icing on the cake, the whole thing, right? We find out what happened with the original girl, in the anime. And it turns out, you know, the husband, the guy who's been like in love with her and everything, killed her. So that's like a whole big like,
yeah,
what the
that's what I
fuck?
saw,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, that it's just straight plot twists, and it's just like I don't know what to like expect anymore in this anime. Like it's just been good. I've been enjoying it. I'm like the mystery is just the plot thickens. That's
Plus,
what I have in mind,
also, I don't know,
plot thickens.
because I think this came out when you guys were done recording, and I believe an article saying that the manga is about to end soon. So I'm curious.
We've been on that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
curious.
been a thing.
So I'm curious to see if they're gonna try to end it before week 12 or week 11 of the anime
I don't
series,
think so.
because I remember this is supposed to be like a full adaptation. So I wonder if that's gonna be the case. Like if she gonna end the series in the next 8 weeks or something.
Is it
Probably
a weekly manga thing or is it a monthly manga thing?
Oh, that I don't know.
I forgot that. I think it is month.
If it's
Yeah.
monthly,
If it's
then
monthly, I don't think they'll make it. They would have 2 months to make that happen.
Yeah, if it's,
Well, the thing is, she can tell them the ending if she already knows. That's why, like, she's
That is
done
true.
this before.
oh, she has.
like,
Okay.
With, like, after the rain, it was ending closely around the same time, and it had the same ending like the anime did. Like, she could just
okay.
tell them. Like, yeah, I think maybe maybe it is monthly, but yeah, like, I think that's why it's been known that it was ending soon. It's already in its like final arc. So
Yeah.
when the choice of it, like having being fully adapted, people were like, "Wait, what? It hasn't even fully ended though." So yeah, it'll cook. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
think
they
what
cook it.
Crash, you were talking about the dude, the old man, right, who disappeared or whatever.
Chan,
Yeah,
yeah,
I forgot his name, Mr. something.
Chan.
Yeah, I
Chan.
think like because now we have like I said, like I think people are calling it like KOWLOON 2. I think whoever's like behind, I guess, who created like how this is, whoever's behind KOWLOON 2 and like what's going on and like the clones or whatever, obviously doesn't want the clones to be able to like interact or meet each other because of what we saw. Because like when
You have a paradox. You have
Yeah.
a whole like, what the fuck? Like, I'm seeing myself like
because the second he like got into the city, the
guy just like
he
disappeared.
vanished.
In
Yeah.
the seat, he was in the seat and then just straight disappears. So now the
Yeah.
question is, where is he in that aspect? Like, do they just switch? Like, oh, he's outside and this guy's now inside. Like, we don't know. And then
It probably goes back to the Terra. To be honest,
my thing now is
they've
like,
already talked about memories, right? Switching through the Terra, so it could be the thing.
my thing now for this anime, I don't mind overlooking that for like an episode, right? My thing now is with the murder aspect, because it's like my thing right now is like I want to understand why you would kill your wife like that unless you were jealous. Because my only thing is
I don't think he did.
was Gwen.
I don't think he
You
did.
don't think
I
he
think-
did?
I don't think
I
he did
think
either.
very. I don't
No.
think. I think very specifically, Gwen said he didn't want to talk about it because
Yeah.
he couldn't believe it. And
Yeah.
I think, and he said both of them couldn't believe it. I'm thinking something happened and he blames himself
blames
for
himself.
it,
Yeah,
Like,
and
the one responsible.
it wasn't his fault.
because he
Maybe
loves
it
her. Why
was-
would he do that, right?
Yeah,
He's
he
trying
loved
to-
her.
It was the second version. I know. I'm thinking way ahead. There's no way, but I mean, there's a lot of possibilities.
How about this? I will say I think he is the only version. I think that
that we know of. That we know of.
Who,
no,
Kudo?
I think he is the only one. I think Kudo is the only Kudo. I don't think there's another Kudo.
I thought there was. I think there is. Maybe.
I mean, we've
I
already
don't
saw
think
that
there
there's like clones of Gwen. Like Gwen has a clone.
Yeah.
Kujira has a
Yeah.
clone. So like, who the fuck?
I don't think
Like,
think
I
Kudo
wouldn't-
has a
dude,
clone.
If everyone, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone does. But or,
I
like,
don't
most
think
of the-
Kudo does.
But we know Reiko isn't a clone, right? So,
Yeah. So, but now we're getting to this whole identity aspect, right? And this
so
is
she doesn't
question
have
I
a
was-
clone either. Because that's what
That
they're
we know.
saying, right? She's not a
No,
clone.
she is a clone.
No, they
No,
said she's not a
something
clone.
else. She's not a clone. She's
She's
something
not a
Yeah.
else.
clone, but she has like a second, like a doppelganger, we could say, kind of. But my thing now is like, now I'm getting to this aspect of identity, you know, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I can have a doppelganger of myself. He's the original. I could be the duplicate, right? Now that I'm the duplicate, am I my own person still that wants to live my own life, or am I just replicating what the original was? Because it's like you go to that moment where her friend now, her new friend is like, oh,
Yaomei.
now that you're your own person, you should switch rooms. You should be your own person. Do this and that.
Yeah.
And the let's just say the second version right now is saying like, oh no, but I don't want to get rid of it because this is the only piece of evidence that proves that the original existed, and to take that away, in a sense, I kind of feel for that. That's what she was saying, that I feel for that, because if I were in this different position, if I was the other way around, I wouldn't want the original to take that away from me. And that's kind of deep. Like that, when you really think about it, when you want to leave like a piece of legacy, a piece of something in this world, you don't want it to leave. So I feel that. But now my thing is like, if she is her own person, she can just go. What really is holding her back? And everyone's saying it's the original. So, are you really your own person at the end of the day? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know what you guys think about that. I was just like, it was a lot of food for thought in this episode. A lot of food for thought. So
I think that was my favorite part. Yeah.
Yeah, it left me with more questions than answers, and that's what I really am liking about the anime right now. And like it just keeps getting me more enticed because it's like it gets spicier. There's death now. We're gonna go with the romance. It was etchy in the beginning. It can get etchier later too. Like who the fuck knows where this anime can go? I was having a great time with it, honestly. Like I love the philosophical aspect with it. I love where the mystery deepens. Like I can't wait to see where the plot twist goes.
I like how we keep saying, like, each episode, like, it's insane. They're adapting each volume, but it's kind of heat. I think by next week, I am going to read up to this volume to see, like, any details that is probably going to, like, that were missed and that maybe gives context to a lot more stuff. But so far, this is a really good mystery. I think maybe this worked out better, right? Because it keeps everything even more mysterious than probably it would have been adapting it slowly like a regular anime. I think they're doing really good with the series, for real.
That's good to hear.
And again, shout out to
and
again, I forgot who was saying it, but the artwork is very similar to what was the name of the
Mysterious Girlfriend X?
Yeah, I don't know who's saying that.
I still don't see it.
No, bro. No.
They are the same character. She is just older. She's just older.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's bro. I don't know what they're talking about. They look.
I don't know. Look. I'm with you on this one.
Okay.
Ain't cooking. Wait, Crash and Gremmon agree?
That's a first.
Right.
That's a first.
Insane.
Anyway, let's talk about something we all agree on. Witch Watch.
I'm not gonna lie. I only saw the first 3 minutes before the podcast started, so I don't want you guys spoiling for me. But yeah, you guys can go ahead and tell me how.
We didn't talk about Kachin last week. We didn't go into him. We met him last week, which was pretty cool.
Hey guys, I just want to put my arm over your guys' shoulders, guys.
Yeah, guys, dude, you make me feel something, guys. Like honestly,
you make me feel some type of way. I want to put my arm on your shoulder.
Yeah.
You should have watched it. It got spicy. It got spicy.
It got spicy. They started touching on each other, bro.
It was all like we met in the mountains and we're close friends. That's all I saw, and I was like,
yeah, bro. They started touching each other, bro.
Like sexually.
Yeah, all over, bro. Dude, and there was a dog joined in on it.
Yeah, too, some kids involved, a dog.
I'm gonna get out of the podcast right now and start watching this. Stop playing with me. It's that spicy. Don't test me.
Oh wow! Spicy, why did he get even more excited with the dog?
There was like moaning going on. Their faces got super red. Yeah, bro, it was funny as always. The Demon Slayer references with like the ogres versus the Tengus. They're like apparently his grandpa was like, why is it called Demon Slayer? And he reads it every night, and his favorite character is that freaking demon with the freaking balls in his head. Like, why?
That's the demon that runs away all the time, right? I think.
Yeah,
that's the one with like the
drums or something.
Yeah, that was actually I got a kick out of that, the Demon Slayer reference, and also obviously what we mentioned, the kick out of like how
make them more friendly.
Yeah, that was that. I got a kick out of that, and just seeing like all of them lined up on the street with all that. Their hands on each other's shoulders, and even the dog.
The poor dog.
Yeah, that was something.
This series is so funny.
I think it's like how Neko said is like this is like perfect for both of them because I feel like they kind of need.
Don't not me.
They kind of need each other
Yeah,
I
they're
feel
so
like
cute.
Well, really now.
hopefully it brings out some like, you know, development for both of them as they spend more time, you know, with each other and all that. Now that we kind of have them, because this is like the main. Actually, I don't know. Is this the main like kind of group or the main trio or like?
There's more, right?
I
There's two more.
I assume there's gonna be more people. Yeah.
Yeah, there's two more, but I think a lot
terms of,
more.
like-
Yes, it is those three. Yes.
Yeah, like they're the primary, but like there are. Oh yeah, I see in the visual like there's another main character or two probably. Like
Because I think they're both other
It's
familiars.
24
Yeah.
episodes, no?
Yeah.
Not what?
24 episodes?
26.
26. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna be a big lineup. So we got a lot. I'm expecting a lot of comedy going forward. Like you guys said, it was very similar to like Gintama. So
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Oh, the umbrella.
watching-
That was.
Yeah.
Oh my! The umbrella.
Yeah. Just out in the dude, out in the. Yeah, that was.
He's like, yeah, we spent all our money on playing, just eating. Like, oh yeah, that's why he's actually needs to live with you guys. Yeah.
Dude was just
I love
outing
it.
him. Anything he didn't want to say, dude was just saying.
Yes. I hope they actually keep the umbrella to be able to talk, because that would be hilarious. Also, the teamwork between the boys, like, okay, because he can't fly, right? Tengus are known to fly, and so he
Yeah.
can, so he uses the wind fan. That was cool.
But
And
when,
just
it
how
comes
they-
to, when it comes to her, you know, I mean, that's their whole kind of duty, I guess, right? Is to protect her. So
Right.
yeah, makes
Graham,
sense.
Did you have anything to add on with that? Because
I guess. Wait, did you ask Gremmon?
yeah, I'm
Wait,
asking.
what?
Think I?
Did you have anything else to add on?
It was a good episode. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Wow.
All
I
right,
think it's
I
one-
guess
like-
you.
Like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as well. I don't think it's one of like the stronger episodes that we've had so far of the series. Like I think there's been other ones like that I've enjoyed
Yeah.
more, but I feel like that might be a thing, right? Like especially with a more comedic series, at least right now.
Yeah, they're hit or miss. That's why
Yeah,
I'm
like
kinda
some
surprised,
stuff,
like,
but
yeah.
some stuff's gonna hit more than others. I feel that's just kind of how it goes. I feel like. But, like,
my gut would tell me skip it this season, like this week, and we just watch it tomorrow. So I'm like, all right, you know what? The guys will tell me how it went. I'm pretty sure, and now I'm hearing there was some spicy moments. There was some touchy.
Yeah.
One time I don't watch it. Damn it! All right, I'm gonna take your word to watch it today. But best believe it was no etchiness. I'm gonna be so upset next week.
Oh,
No,
I
all
think
right. Well, go to some etchy that we don't want.
Oh no.
Can a boy, girl have?
Wait. I'll just say here real quick. You know, Vash, whatever, you know, we missed out on, we'll come back to you, I promise. But I hear to go to the next one, I'm gonna say here, Grem, this is where you and I, you know, we part ways as friends and we become enemies. Can a boy girl friendship survive? And I'll start first by saying I'm sorry about the choker. I was so upset when I saw that shit break. I'm like, damn. And now she gets a ring. I'm like, I want to know how you felt about that.
Oh, that is true. How do you
Trash
feel about
ass
that?
bro.
Honestly, the choker being gone makes her character significantly worse in my mind.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
crazy,
All right.
crazy.
So we're going 180 on this, which is crazy.
It's
So-
just the choker. Like, if she gets the choker back, she's back to being best girl. But for right now,
Insane.
ass.
she's in the mud. She's in the mud, bro. She doesn't have the choker right now. Without the choker, bro, her entire character, just her personality, it kind of falls off without the choker. I'm
Wow, that's crazy. A choker can change all that.
The choker is that serious.
I see. I
So-
see.
I was gonna say, right? I was talking so much shit to you last week, and now I come to you this week apologizing because this was my episode of the week. This shit was straight gas. Hamari pretty much like they ended up fixing their problems, whatever, right? Like it's so crazy how I had so much hate for a side like a low character like this person to then go 180. It's like, damn, now low-key I am rooting for her in a sense. Like I want her to you know, I want them to kind of be together. I'm like, as much as I hate her so much, I'm like, damn, I can't. Like I want Rin to be the one, and low-key I'm like, Hamari ain't that bad. I can't believe Gremmon was right. Fuck. So I had to give due diligence where it goes. I'm like, damn, I'm sorry, Grem, shitting on you last week. I'll give you praise. She's not that bad anymore. Like she came around. I do have to give a big shout out to the big brother. I know.
Yes, sir. The brother saying what we feel.
Goat. That man, straight. I aspire to be like that man. That man came out of nowhere, slapped the shit out of her sister. Like, who the fuck is you acting like? You have this whole man right there. like ready to go, marry, be together, and you want to follow the bag? What the fuck is that? I was like, tell her how it is.
Yeah, big bro.
And she just pretty much 180, fixed everything. The toxicity and how the two of them were acting, I have relatable aspects to that. I don't know if you guys have that relatability as well. I don't. If you guys, for anybody watching, don't be like these guys. Don't be toxic. Communicate with your significant other and tell them how you feel, please. Don't be like these guys where, oh yeah, I'm gonna secretly fly to Tokyo. I'm not gonna see you ever again. Bye. And then fake cry and make people look like you're a dickhead in class. I have personally.
That shit pissed me off.
May or may not have. I'm not gonna make it right here. I have personally have done something like that, similar, and people I have been with have done something similar to me as well. So I have been on the receiving end, and I have done the other thing. So I see both perspectives. It doesn't end that well. I'll tell you that right now. It doesn't end that well. Don't do that. It's not fun for the other person. Everyone gets hurt. Just say it how it is. Even if you lose, main girl, fuck it. You know, it just say your feelings, bro. Say your feelings, girl. Because no one got time to play games in this life. Life's too short to deal with bullshit. Just say it how it is. If you lose, main girl, main boy, hey, other efficiency. But I just, you know, the toxicity on that was just straight wild. And then again, this is a toxic trait of me personally. I will admit. You know, you're you know, for Hamari to be texting like, oh, he's gonna text me back, don't worry, and then in a couple of days, and then like the whole week thing, like, I'm still waiting for the text. Like, he's not gonna text me back. That's why, like, I've been that person where like I will text some very gruesome, terrible shit to the other person, and then leave it on do not disturb or block for like a whole week, and then they'll come crying back to me saying, "What's wrong with you, Crash? You're so evil." Yeah, I know I'm a toxic man. I'm sorry. I was very evil back in the day. I have changed. I'm not like that no more. But
guys,
I seen that and I'm just kind of like,
he's a Hispanic.
Yeah, I like that,
It's in our blood.
Damn.
He's Latino.
You know. But yeah, don't do that at home, kids. It's really bad. Don't be like me. Learn from your mistakes. Anybody like Tamari?
The brother.
I did this time around?
The brother was the lone bright spot in this episode because
Basically.
The hero we never asked for, and yet we.
This just gets worse and worse for me. I'm gonna be honest.
Hey, join me, Nate.
Really?
Drop it.
Yeah,
Even though I saw the episode too.
The main girl is just so bad. Like I actually feel bad for what's the girl's name? The girl who's gonna lose. Rian. Yeah, like Rian. Yeah, she's gonna lose obviously because that's how these things go. I feel bad for her that she has to deal with these two complete bricks, like as characters.
Literally.
Like the dude is a brick. The dude was literally gonna follow her to Tokyo like a moron. He was actually gonna do it. He was actually gonna do it. He was gonna resign from school. Like, bro, like what the hell are you doing? Like, and then just like that whole scene with the choker breaking, the necklace, like how that, like I know it's just typical anime things, but the fact that he hit it and then like he realized he hit it and then he just like stepped on it. I know it's just typical anime things, but that was just so like even how they animated it was just so bad. But like I don't know, just her manipulative like personality is just it's so bad, dude. Like she literally would have, if it wasn't for the brother, she would have kept going down that path.
Yeah,
she literally would have.
Yeah.
And that, like, I cannot stand just like characters like that in general, like people like that in general. But like,
sorry.
Yeah, she is just like, I don't know. I cannot stand the main girl. I really
it's funny you say that too, because she said also when after they were talking, her and the brother, it goes to the next scene where they're in the classroom and she was gonna talk to him. She was like, I didn't understand my brother's words. No shit, you're young, you don't understand yet.
Exactly,
Like, this is the only guy you've ever known. Like you need more experience, mommy. Like don't be saying like you don't. Yeah, of course you don't understand. You're not gonna get it. It's words to understand as you go through in life. And your brother's gone through a lot in his life, so you know he's telling this shit for a reason. Listen, because trust me, you're gonna learn one way or another, and unfortunately, it's with this dumb brick of a MC. Unfortunately, and you guys,
the dude is the dude is just as much to blame because he literally like feeds into it, and he just like he literally is. I don't know, bro. He just goes with her. I don't.
So what I'm hearing is Kazuya from Rent a Girlfriend is so much better than this MC.
No, you're bugging. I would like to add that I'm on Crash both that this is not my favorite episode of the week. It's not my episode of the week, but it's my top 3. It's my number 3 on my list. The reason I say that is because of what also Memory said is that because of those things is what makes episode great for me, because that some of those things we know people like that in real life. We know that some people will be crazy enough to follow the girl in high school. Like, you know, there's high school sweethearts that people are probably stood together and have gone with them and done crazy shit, and we're like, there's other people you can experience in the world, but for them, like, nah, this person is my ride or die. I'm like, are you sure that, like, you know, another 1,000, 5,000 women in the world that you could, you know, probably look at, see, and experience it? But no, that's that one person that you would rather die. I do agree with Memory. He is bugging to be dropping out of school, because once I heard from him that he said that I will drop my dream just to be with you. You are my best friend. But it got me tight that he will do that because of what I have in my notes. I have him as asshole classmate, but if anybody don't know what I mean, is Makishima. He said that like and love aren't all that different. You gotta choose what's important to you. So it confuses me though that he chose her to go to Tokyo, but then by the end of the episode still call her best friend, get her a ring type of jewelry, put it on her hand in the middle finger, where she was trying to say like, yo, just put in the ring finger.
She's wrapping herself. She's wrapping herself around him and shit. Like,
it sends a lot of mixed signals.
Yeah, dude, like you're just toying with the dude's mind. Like literally, and that shit is just.
That's what I love about this episode, because girls do that. Like those are real type of girls' tactics.
It doesn't excuse it.
It doesn't excuse it, but the story aspect is trash. But that's what we hate about it, because it's like, fuck that type of bitch.
From that aspect, yeah.
I'm just curious how it's gonna end now. Like, yes, we here talking about it. We here hating the bitch about it. We here hating her character trait. But like, that's the point of her. Like, we know girls, we know people like that. We know tactics like that. We have heard from friends and peers. So like, you son of a bitch. Because I know, like, where I was in that friend place, I like a girl, but she's like, nah, I see you as a friend. I see you as a brother. But then I'm like, sure, okay.
Why you talking up on me, man?
Like, why would I want to, like, why am I supposed to root for her?
You're not. You're not. Just don't root for her.
I think, hear me out.
Like, that's the point, right? Like, she's gonna win.
No. Hear me out.
I'm not rooting for her at all.
I think she's supposed to be toxic.
Yeah, she's
I
supposed
don't
to
think
be.
we're supposed to
Her
like
character
it.
growth is supposed to be, you know, becoming sober, or, you know, becoming
right.
But there's a reason people, before this even came out, there's a reason people hate her.
She doesn't grow.
She probably doesn't grow from this. She probably
this.
doesn't change.
No, she doesn't grow from this.
And sometimes people date toxic girls and still work out as a
100%.
couple. That happens.
They don't work out, by the way. They break up.
You know what it is for me, honestly? It was, I hated the girl for the first 3 episodes right now, because I already saw automatically there was gonna be no growth. But this episode is what changed it for me, where it's like, oh, okay, now she understands, like, okay, if she doesn't change, if she doesn't stop acting the way she acts, then she's gonna lose him to, you know, the other childhood friend. So that's for me. That's why I put an episode of the week, because I want to believe that this episode is a turning point where it's going to change for Himari. I could be wrong 110% for sure. Watch next week. I'll probably be like, I take everything I said last week back. This shit straight ass. I swear to God, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to end up happening. But anything can happen from here on out. You know, it could adapt from what's going on with the manga, which mind you, I'm not reading the manga, and I don't plan to read the manga, but I want to believe that, you know, this is the first time. Well, Grem was saying even last week too. This is the first time where, like, you got 2 different girls. We actually want to root for both of them at the same time, and you don't get a lot of animes like that, where it's kind of like a rom-com where you either get the toxic one or the main quiet girl. Like, you can get either or. You can get both. You can get none. My thing is just with the MC is just fucking great, bro. This man has no riz. He gets no bitches. He doesn't even think about love. He doesn't understand the concept of love. None of them do. So that's where we're kind of like in this little like adolescence era where it's like you want to see the growth, or you want to see the growth in the anime. That's the point of me watching this anime is for. And at the end of it, is it if it's worth the time, if we see the growth, yeah, but I'm gonna give a good score. If it's straight dog shit, if he ends up with nobody and it ends up being very boring, then you know it's a waste of time. That's why I'll tell you guys, hey man, skip that shit. I'll let you know a hop or flop if it was worth the time or not. But I'm gonna stick with it.
Good plug.
Right, you want to talk about growth? If you want to talk about growth, We got shonen anime, which is all about people growing. So let's talk about our shonen in action anime. Do we got any honorable mentions?
I do. Memory, now you're up. Time to get the smoke. Momosu
Hey.
Gundam.
Yes, sir.
Momosu Gundam. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I would like to give a formal apology.
Oh, you're giving it an honorable mention.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to apologize. I was giving a lot of shit to you last. Oh yeah, I'm apologizing.
Yay.
I was giving a lot of shit to you last week. I was a little too hasty with my take. It's getting somewhere, but it's not there yet. I'll give it that. It's like up of mid, but it's not passing mid yet for me. So, you know, I was watching that shit with the, you know, them using the Gundams to fight, you know, in the mech battle. I'm starting to like Amari a lot. I want to like, I want to see some growth with her, and it's like a part of me sees the growth, and at the same time, I don't see fucking any, like, I don't see the point why I should keep like pursuing her as an MC. Like, what makes her more unique than any other MC in any other Gundam show? Mind you, again, this is the second only Gundam anime I've watched. I think I gotta give more leniency than I should. But also part of me is saying, nah, give it straight criticism. Give it to what you believe it in.
Personally, I think if you don't know Gundam lore, that's your fault. It's
That's
deeply
funny.
ingrained into Japanese
funny.
culture.
That's funny.
And you should know the Gundam lore.
Oh, I
Yeah.
should. Oh,
Yeah.
damn, I should. Problem is, I didn't start watching Gundam when I was a kid, so you know, that's not my problem. And
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah, that's a good honorable mention. Anybody wants to add thoughts for Momosu Gundam? If not, I have an honorable mention I could add in.
Yeah, I got an
I don't
honorable
have
mention. It's Fire Force. That's an honorable mention.
I don't have much. I don't have much to say about Gundam. I'm just kind of excited now that the content we're going to be getting
Is
beyond
new.
this point is all new. Like it's not from the movie or anything like that. So this is all going to be fresh. So from this point on, I'm just really.
We're gonna
curious
meet
to
the
see-
witch.
I'm really curious what's going on with Char. What's
Yeah.
just in the future, like how they're gonna go about this series. So
Heck yeah.
but yeah, like, I don't have much to say about it because I like we've
I will
already
say
saw, or at least me and Neko have already saw the.
I would
So-
say the same thing about
Gotcha.
Fire Force. I haven't seen the episode that has two, so I don't have any thoughts about it. All I know that it was Captain Burns, me, and Watkins. We couldn't get to do reactions for it, so I do
see.
agree. Same thing. I don't have any thoughts if we didn't mention anything. The other type of honorable mention I will add is One Piece, since I know I'm the only one watching One Piece, the anime. One Piece, we had Gear 5, Luffy versus Kizaru. That show was hot fire. That was good animation. That show's like unlimited budget works from Toei. That show's beautiful, clone light animation type of jutsu going on there versus Gear 5 Luffy with the Looney Tunes style. I also wanted to quickly give an honorable mention for that. It was really good. And I know the meatheads would be very excited of the Rob Lucci versus Zoro in that fight. People would say, Zoro versus Sanji type of shit going on there. So cool shit. Zoro got it.
Got one more honorable mention before we forget, because it is getting a build up to something later in the future. My Hero Academia Vigilantes. It was a nice episode. It was a very nice episode. I'm loving the pop idol girl, pink hair girl. We're seeing the queen, pop step. Sorry, I don't know why I'm forgetting names tonight. The Queen Bee is debuting now as a part-time villain. That's cool to see. I want to see what's going on with that. And I forgot the shark kid. I don't know, the slimy fish guy, whatever his name was. He kind of redeemed himself, and I was going back to like, oh, he's getting tempted by the traps somewhere else. Like I was mad upset about them. Like, don't take him, please. He's innocent. So let's see what happens next episode with that. I actually am very excited to see what's gonna happen with Vigilantes because it's all origin stories. Shout out to Miss Midnight too. We saw a little peek. Yay! I'm always a Miss Midnight fan for that. You know why? But yeah, it's getting heat. I actually can't wait for the next episode.
What? Miss Midnight? Midnight's dead. What are you talking about? Anyway,
This is in the past. By the way, Vigilantes who? Because I forgot about that show. I haven't watched it since Nate has forgot to hit me up about it. Anyway.
And Shade. Boss man.
hey,
Okay. No comment. No comment.
Okay.
Let's pop step to the next freaking.
Anyway, let's
I like
skip
that.
Fire Force because this show is ass.
No,
YAIBA.
How can you,
YAIBA.
how can you speak up Fire Force? How can you speak? You can't.
Right, right.
Ass,
Yeah.
bro.
No,
Look,
it's not.
does anybody actually have thoughts for Fire Force? Because now we could.
I saw it, yes. Gold is dead, that headshot was fire, and, you know, her ass getting burnt, you know, melting the iron. It was a good episode. It's a good build-up. Next episode is going to be Burns again, I think. It's building up. It was a nice fight.
They used Tamaki's ass as a
That was funny,
melting
dude.
pot.
Fucking Gore
Told
made
you
me,
it's
bro.
ass.
All right. So the YAIBA. Anybody got thoughts for YAIBA?
Ass.
Dude,
it was a
the
good episode.
frog, dude, the frog actually like kind of coming to their side. That was so cute. He kind of had like him and Pops were like fighting to get YAIBA to calm down because of the sword. That was adorable.
Get
The
rolled.
poor snake.
If
Get
this
off.
was like early Naruto, he's got a shuriken now. His sword, he turned it into a fucking one of the giant shurikens from Naruto.
I
It's
still
so-
like. I don't know. I was not expecting Onimaru to go to the freaking. It's like, what is
I
dude
can't,
doing?
brother.
What do you mean? Did you not hear Neko? It was all because of YAIBA. It's all YAIBA's fault. YAIBA pushed him too far.
Bro,
He
we're
did,
really
he
watching the
did.
episode. I'm like, how did we get here, bro? He's like trying to take over the world, the government, and
But-
shit. Like what?
But like Pop
what is
said,
going
right?
on?
Like because of how he like awakened the Oni, like the Oni wants power, right? So he's going to the cap, he's going to the prime minister and be like, "Hey man, run it up. I need this world right now. Give me this cap."
Dude was already doing like construction on the building. It looked like there was like a
Yeah.
giant like skull on it. I'm like, jeez.
Dude, he wants
Bro went from a high school student to try to become the overlord of the world. Like the
Basically.
new world
So
order.
quick.
so good.
God,
Yeah.
bro.
Also, we're seeing YAIBA still. Obviously, he's not at that point where he can control the power of the
No.
sword. But yeah, I think me and Grem were talking about like, especially like the girl, her wearing the little sphere, the orb
Yeah.
thing or whatever. Like, she may play some part in like helping.
Well, she's
I guess,
going to have
YAIBA,
to be
like,
there. Yes.
yeah,
she's
gonna
going
be-
to have to be there always.
Yeah, which I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to look when we kind of reach that point. But
Yeah.
I feel like this episode, like, it was fun, but it wasn't anything crazy. I feel like we're still at that stage where, well, obviously we're seeing what Onimaru's doing, but we're still in like that early stage where you're getting like more used to the characters. You're getting other character introductions. Obviously, YAIBA training. He's still
Yep.
trying to obviously get used to this new weapon that he has. So, but yeah, it was fun. Obviously, Wit still going in with the production, all that. Like, even the most simple things, I feel like they're just kind of giving a lot of love to. It's just like y'all didn't have to go in with that, but they are with like the
They
most
didn't
simplest
have
scenes.
to
But
go that hard.
No, they didn't have to.
Yeah.
Especially with the freaking going over the lily pads. Come on. Dude, why'd you go crazy? And also him using the sword as a fidget spinner, bruh. He just over here slashing things here left and right, just chilling. He's like, wait, this is kind of fun. I look, YAIBA's so fun, you know. He's laughing, beating people up, and the Pops is like, oh yes, the tactic of laughing your head like ass off and actually defeating your enemies. Oh, he actually has the samurai in him. Yes. And the girl's like, wait, what? That's a thing? He's like, oh, you don't understand. You don't understand. This is like level 5 technique right here. Oh, beautiful. He's already getting the hang of it.
There was a photo posted on the thread. I don't know the context because I'm not watching it, but I think Vash reacted to it, or somebody reacted to it, where it was a girl in a bikini, and it was a student telling YAIBA, like, I already saw those things on Psycha.
Yeah.
And she's kind of like, oh, what? I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I think I have to start watching this now. Like, you guys not telling me the etching part. Like,
Wow.
you guys leave me out. Yeah, like the fuck.
We talked about that last week, yeah, where everyone's like, "Oh yes, look at this book," and he's like, "Oh, I've already been in the bath with her." Yeah, that's not that crazy.
Nani?
Yeah, it's just fun to me. Every week's just been fun, so yeah. That was hilarious.
A gourmet meal. I like that.
Anybody
Yeah.
is enjoying Lazarus then? Anybody having a good time
yeah.
with the
dude,
heist?
this episode
Dude.
was a blast, dude.
It was so fun.
This
Dude, the
shit was
character
fucking
animation when they're like dancing in the
Yeah.
oh, that was so good, man. And even
Bruh.
honestly, like the action parts too, like man, and what's her name was looking so damn fine. Christine, I think her name is, the blonde hair girl.
She
Like
wasn't even the hottest girl there.
No, she
No,
wasn't, bro.
no,
What do
it
you
was my
mean?
boy.
Ghibli,
My
that's
boy.
a Ghibli character being the hottest character.
Oh, shut up.
Come on, he got
Yo.
me up. He got
If
me up.
Nah, Christine was looking bad. Bro. Come
They didn't agree, Nate. They didn't agree.
Oh,
They didn't agree.
I would
It's
say,
like-
that, bro.
I would say, the part of the dancing animation scene reminded me, if anybody understands the reference, the Batman Beyond series when they were dancing in the club as well, kind of like the dancing animation of the characters going back and forth, kind of reminded me a bit of the nightclub and everything in that type of animation style.
I've never watched
I
Batman.
vaguely remember you-
Not Batman.
Yeah,
Batman Begins or wait, did you say what did you say? Batman what?
It's
Beyond.
Batman Beyond.
Oh, that's the CGI thing, right?
No,
No,
I'm talking about the
no,
animated.
the CG, no, Batman Beyond was like 2005.
Oh, I'm
You're
thinking.
thinking
What
of-
am I thinking of?
The samurai one, I think.
I'm thinking of
Because
that
that's-
Batman like.
Oh, Batman
Origins or
Ninja.
whatever the hell-
You were thinking
Ninja.
Batman
yeah,
Ninja.
yeah.
And
Oh,
samurai.
wait, is that thing like look? Doesn't
Oh,
that
the
thing,
version
like, look really
Yakuza
bad?
or with the Justice League. There's a new one coming out this year, I think, as well, in the next few months, or it came out already. Yeah, you're
I
right.
think it
For some
came
reason,
out.
I thought you were talking about that. Or you
No,
s-
but it's Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond.
Batman
I
Beyond.
can't remember.
So
the-
yeah,
the
if you guys search it up, if anybody in the chat or the audience, listening, seeing the animation shot of the club of them dancing, that's what kind of reminded me of. But still, great shot memory on that. Good episode. There's still the
The
heist.
John Wick influences were
Yeah.
here on this one
Yeah.
for sure.
That's what
Yo.
we saw in the trailer, right? So we knew it was gonna pop up.
Yeah, even when he jumped off the thing and jumped on the helicopter or whatever.
Dude.
Dude.
When he went on the little hover, like
The drone?
little plane,
Yeah.
the drone,
Little drone,
yes. And with I was like, come on, Axel, stop. And then when the guy was like, he's seen too many action movies, I'm like, he's being Tom Cruise right now. Chill. He's over here with the gun. He's like, yeah, Axel's too much. I think Gremmon was talking about this. Like, he thinks he's saucier than Spike. I'm gonna have to agree. Like,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yo, the way he drops,
Axel
the way he
is
drops on the
saucier.
floor, he does the fucking the kicking
Oh my-
type of spinning moves. I'm like, this man's a
Yes,
soccer
look.
player. With the way he be going around, he like.
Axel is so much better than
By
Spike.
the way, Grem
I
hasn't even
cannot-
watched. Grem hasn't even
I
watched.
have.
Bebop.
I have.
You
Have
haven't
you?
watched Bebop, bro?
I
I've
haven't.
watched Bebop?
episodes.
I haven't.
I've
I'll
watched
say that.
16 episodes and I fall asleep every time I get to episode 16.
Oh my
But I
God.
have seen episode 16, so there you go.
That's crazy.
Bro, yeah.
y'all ain't.
I haven't
But
watched
no,
it. I'm more of a
Spike is-
Trigon
look, the
fan.
thing is-
The better shit that
thing
came out
is-
that year.
Look, Spike walked so Axel can run, So look,
Exactly.
look, we can't deny
I
Spike
agree.
is
I
saucy
agree.
though. But Axel elevates it,
Yeah,
Look,
I
Y'all
think
need a
Spike-
reminder, bro.
I think
Yeah.
Spike was great, but Axel's the goat.
Y'all need to go
almost
watch
nah.
it, bro.
Look,
Oh,
bro.
and-
Axel's dope though. Axel's dope. I like Axel,
He is-
but y'all
Did
need
we
to
like
go
our
watch
character Jill?
I don't think Lazarus by any means is better than Bebop.
You-
Like
No,
Bebop,
I didn't
Look.
say that.
classic
I said
stuff.
Axel's better than Spike.
I don't know about that. Like, I think they're two great characters in their own right,
Yeah,
but I think it's too soon to judge a book by its character because anything
think-
can happen.
We literally have the newer
Axel
version of
is
him. Like
better
he's
than
literally the
Spike.
newer version of him, the better
He's the
replacement,
newer, better model.
of clone, the better clone of him in the
I
different.
don't know, but I agree with these guys.
No, you
Newer,
need a reminder, bro.
Anyway, let's
Reminder.
talk.
BK, I'm not taking it from the dude who did not finish the series. That's all I'm gonna say.
that is true.
Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. But let's talk about a series that I'm also not going to be finishing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Brian, I
I-
can't watch it after this episode. man.
Dude,
We're talking about
episode of the-
2B Hero X.
To episode of the week, man.
Episode of the week, Edgar. Episode of the
Great.
week, and then the last 30 seconds make it the worst episode of the week.
Damn.
Right there.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna be
God.
honest.
Look, man. Look, we
What
end
happened?
we end our hero's arc, man. This hero's
Hero's
arc.
arc.
This is the last we see of him, maybe. I don't know, but
So-
we ended in such a beautiful way. Honestly,
Such a
kind of
beautiful way.
like what I loved most about it was him actually at the end of the day becoming his own hero, right? Since day one, he always believed that anyone can be a hero, and now look at him. He actually became his own hero. He's not nice. He's became Ling Ling the commoner. He came from zero to hero, and he's here. And people are now believing in him. He's still in the top 10, being himself. Everyone told him, be yourself. Don't try to be nice. Look, you have your own personality and like maybe even talents that Nice didn't have, of course, right? Ling Ling is very creative and very like he can do things on the spot, and he cares about people. Like, of course, right? We saw him like throughout these episodes care about the heroes too, and it was I'm so happy for him when he beat God Eye's ass. That was so sick. The animation of everyone's kind of trusting him, empowering him was so cool. Just I love Ling Ling a lot. I'll miss him. I do understand Grem, where he's like, I don't know if I could keep going without Ling Ling, but like this was a good like send off for him, even though the last
Was it?
I was so confused of how Gremmon started like the whole segment. Like, yeah, it's to show that I'm not gonna finish. I hate it and I love it. And like, wait, I'm
not gonna finish it. I can't finish it. Okay, look, boys. If you guys remember last week, anybody that watched last week's episode, I predicted what was gonna happen this episode. I talked about my ideal ending for this story arc, and I got everything I wanted, every single thing, down to the T. He became his own hero. He got the black hair with the white streak.
Yep. He saw the ED.
He saved Moon. He protected everything. He went back to Moon. He saved Moon. He went and brought Moon with him. They were like about to get together, and then the last 10 seconds of the episode happened.
Too good to be true, man.
Too good to be true. I hate it. How are they gonna do that? And then the blood splatter all over his body.
Yeah.
With his hand held out to Moon.
Even his eye.
He's just dead.
Yeah. And then, but guys, we get to follow the hero next week.
We're gonna follow the guy that did it next week.
Dude,
fucking dropped. I'm done with this show. I'm dropping it, never watching it again.
Look, man.
It's over. I don't care.
Look, we can just think it like the last 30 seconds didn't matter, though. You know, we can look, and also look, Isol, he maybe did it for a reason. We don't know if that's even him. Right. I don't know, which isn't right. We love Moon. Like literally, she had her almost happy ending, and our boy was happy too. He was like, "Oh, I could get to have the girl too. I became a hero just because of her encouragement." But no, the freaking director said, "Actually, maybe what you saw in the beginning of episode 1 maybe was true. Let me bring it back again."
Foreshadowing, yeah.
It's like, can he? But now the thing is too, does he have like premonitions? Like, can he foresee things? Like, why did he see that before this happening? Like, bruh.
I think this is actually like legit now, right?
I want some snaps. I want
like if they did some shit again where it was a fake out or a bait, then that's just trash in my opinion. But
yeah,
I want our number one hero, whatever the snapping shit Neko's been talking about. I want that to happen, and I want our boy to not be dead. Like our girl to not be dead. Because if she dies, bro, I'm dropping this series. Like I can't care. You can't make me care about someone as much as I cared about.
Well, dude, if they brought her back again, then that's kind of trash.
That kind of defeats the purpose. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice for the story.
Look, man, Uncle Ben died before Spider-Man became Spider-Man, man.
Damn.
Before Spider-Man became a true hero, all right? Ling Ling was a true hero. You don't need to kill Uncle Ben now, okay?
So you know what else we gotta kill? It's our top 10 list for this week for our last segment of the show, chat. This is what we're here for, to hear our top 10, who is right, who is wrong, and who is crazy too. Why do you have this on your list, and why is T-Band number 1? Other than that, let's go.
That's number 1?
No, I'm
Wait.
joking. I'm joking.
Everybody,
Nobody got.
Whose list has T-Band?
right.
Everyone's about to score the document. Like, who got it?
Bro.
No,
Like, I have it
but
in my top 10, but like, damn.
your boy Vash
think
here
that is
got
number
number
one.
one is One Piece episode 1127. This is content as a season of anime because the one that just got back is on Crunchyroll's list as simulcast and everything, so I'm gonna put it on. And this episode, if you want to hear my full thoughts and reaction, go check out me and Watkins on the VOD channel. But overall, this episode is fucking fire. Next week episode might be number one again. It's my episode of the week because episode next week. For my One Piece manga readers, we're gonna see Saturn. If you know, you know. It's gonna be fire. That's all. Episode 2, Apothecary Diaries. Number 3, Can a Boy Girlfriend Should Survive? It has not, but then it has rebuilt, but then it might go crash and burn again. Number 4, Aharon-san, Wahakanai Season 2, Episode 3. Number 5, I'm the Evil Lord of an Intergalactic Empire. Number 6, Lazarus. Number 7, a big shout out to Alya and my A-Ring party to help my former student reach a dungeon. Number 8, I'm a Too Perfect Saint. Number 9, the Unaware Atia Meister. Number 10, I've been killing slams for 300 years to max out my level. And girl, how many adopted children are you gonna get?
Another one.
Literally.
Girl,
Another one.
I feel like that
Another
DJ
one.
guys. Thank you guys. I was literally about to say like another one. She's dead. I was gonna have another adopted child, and I love how this elf chick deadass said, "If you wanna live, go jump on her bosoms. Go jump on her bosoms. Go jump there." And I'm like, it makes sense why she jumped. She said go on top of the titties. She said go titties. And I get it.
Don't
But
you
yeah.
mean flat board? I know. Anyway.
Those were my top 10 of the week 4 of the spring season. Anybody wants to go next?
I'll go next real quick. My top 10, it's going to be a little interesting. Number 1 was Can a Boy Girl Friendship. Number 2, Konosuba. The OVAs for season 3 came out this week. And let me tell you, they were fucking spicy. Shout out to them. Darkness in a bikini. So I got to say, guys, watch it real quick. Fire Force season 3 was my number 3. KOWLOON Generic Romance was number 4. Harris-san season 2 was number 5. Please put him on Takamine-san. What I was just saying real quick because I didn't put it on honorable mentions. Both episodes came back, which I actually loved. You know, we missed one episode the previous week, and they brought back both. Still ecchi. They did, have some nudity, which I know Crunchyroll is dealing with the whole allegation bullshit with the whole thing. But it was nice to see that for a split second it didn't go ecchi. It went a little wholesome. I liked it. I like the vibes. I like the romance. It might be getting something more spicy. I had to read.
I'm gonna be honest, brother. I don't think I can like trust your opinion anymore because if there's titties, it's automatically in your top 10. And I think there's a problem with that.
I mean, if there's no
bro, don't you have a wife, bro? Go tell your wife you want to make a kid. All right, like
He has plot. He
you
likes
gotta
plot.
grow up, brother.
It's called plot. It's called anime plot. You gotta enjoy what it is.
You gotta grow up a
It's
little
plot.
bit, bro.
It's like plot, man. I don't
That's
know.
plot.
Anyways, number 7, the Shinkugi Family Children. It's not incest. Sorry. Number 8, Apothecary Diaries season 2. Number 9, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. And number 10, My Happy Marriage season 2. I gave it a straight out of 10. Ending was okay. I expect more, but we'll talk more about it. Which hopefully I'm gonna hold out to Vash. He fucking finishes it next week, or else we're gonna have problems. But next, whoever wants to go next, please, for your top 10.
All right.
Cool, go
I
ahead.
guess it's my time. All right. Number 1, To Be Your Hero 6, Moon and Ling Ling is just in my head. I never gone. I don't even know what the last 30 seconds was. Second, Witch Watch, Lazarus. Number 3, 4, KOWLOON. 5, Dinner Table Detective. 6, FORMA. 7, Gundam Quacks. And 8, Anne Shirley. Oh, we didn't talk about Anne Shirley. It's okay, because it honestly,
We didn't talk about Anne Shirley.
it's okay. And I don't even think we can do that next week with
We
it.
didn't talk about the lewd relationship between Anne and
Oh,
You need to stop.
I love the clip.
Beautiful.
I love the clip that Neko posted of all over the years of like the past 5 or 7 iterations of Anne Shirley doing
Yeah.
doing the glass thing
It was-
of the table or whatever, the book, and just hitting
Yeah.
it.
Wait, where
It
was
was
that?
amazing.
in the seasonal anime. It was cool.
Dude, I gotta peep it.
Yeah, and then 9 would be YAIBA. 10 T-Bay. Look, I'm biased. I love Elf Girl. And my honorable mention, I look up to our boss man, and sometimes he likes to mention these. So I thought, why not? It's Shujin Mumu. It had a racist cat, so honestly, yeah, it was a good episode.
Oh, speaking of racism.
So yeah, pass it on to Vanguard. It's a good show, I swear.
All right. Number 1 is To Be Hero X. As long as you take the last 30 seconds out.
Our happy ending, man. So
If you include the last 30 seconds, where would it fall?
I literally
It wouldn't be on the top 10 anymore.
Oh damn! Damn.
Literally
For
worse
him.
than Chilled Hero.
Shit! Oh shit! Oh
Yeah.
damn! That's wow!
It's in the mud, bro. Number 2. Shame on Nate. Anybody that watches our boy Memory's reactions, you will know that he's late on this one. Oh, number 2 is Uma Musume. That shit was straight heat. All right,
On it, bro. I'll be honest.
you need to get on it, bro. Number 3, I'm the evil lord of the Intergalactic Empire, bro. I have never seen a mecha anime with the robot doing the nipple twists and thrusting. Bro, this robot is great. Number 4 is Anne Shirley, because Neko is right. It deserves a place. I'm disappointed we didn't talk about it. It was really great. Number 5, Witch Watch. Really fun episode. Number 6, Lazarus, of course. Breaker style coming in again. Number 7, Dinner Table Detective. Bro, I love the interactions that we get in this show. It's so stupid. Number 8, KOWLOON Generic Romance. I really am excited to learn more about this mystery. Number 9, Apothecary, of course. I mean, I love it. It's always going to be there. And then number 10, Apocalypse Hotel. That shit was hilarious. It was a really fun episode this week. The Tanuki people are so fun.
Little shits.
The little shits literally shitting everywhere.
Yeah.
God.
Disgusting.
Damn.
What about you, Memory? What you got?
Number 1, I have To Be Hero X.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's like 3 of us now with that.
Wow.
3 of us,
Yeah.
bro. It's almost like all of the people that have watched it have it as the episode of the week. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I feel like
Not
me and
watching that
Crash.
trash.
I feel like me and Crash. Oh my
Not
god.
watching that trash.
I'm ignoring you.
You're-
I'm ignoring you. Nope. But
Number
anyway.
2.
Number two.
The TJ's trash.
Yeah,
Not
number
gonna do it,
2.
sorry.
Number 2.
Number 2, Apothecary Diaries, season 2. Number 3, Mono. Mono was great.
So
There was a
fun.
bunch of Euro Camp references in the episode, so I loved it. Just pointing out the characters and little Easter eggs. And the characters just continue to be really enjoyable. And production wise, it looks really nice. There was a lot of nice shots in the newest episode. Number 4, sort of the Demon Hunter. Number 5, Lazarus. Number 6, KOWLOON Generic Romance. Number 7, Witch Watch. Number 8, Ninkoro. We didn't mention this one. We didn't mention this one at all. This one kind of was messed up a bit because the girl they killed off.
yeah, that
they showed her like empty apartment room and like her job. Like she
So
lost. Like
sad.
obviously she couldn't go to her job anymore.
Yeah, because
She
they
died.
killed her. And the way they killed her, because we watched this episode together, and Nate was like, "Oh God, please don't kill her, please don't kill her." And then the next frame, the literal next frame, she's dead on the ground, and then you see her turning into leaves.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
And she gets swept. The leaves get swept into like the garbage. I'm just like,
Like we
Jesus.
can't keep killing everyone, and then we have
We
to have
really
a
can't,
cast,
though.
please.
Like
We
so
really
far the
can't.
deaths have been like kind of like they're pretty much comedic, right? But like this one, I feel like we were at the end of the episode, we're just like, damn, like that was kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Like why'd they have
That was
to
kinda
show us
sad.
the aftermath like
Yeah.
that? That was brutal.
Yeah, like we didn't see her at her job anymore. They swept the freaking leaves into the garbage. Her
Yeah.
empty apartment room with like, yeah, that was something. Number 9, Apocalypse Hotel. We mentioned the Tanuki little shits.
I'm
And
excited.
then number 10, Anne Shirley.
Yeah.
Nice. Congrats to that.
A fun week, man. It was hard, to be honest, for
It
my
was
top 10.
Spicy. It was honestly week 4. I can only imagine week 3. Sorry, I can only imagine what week 4 is gonna be like. Or week 4? Am I bugging out?
Week 5.
Week
Week
five.
5. Week 5. Week 5.
Yeah.
We just covered week 4 for the past
It's been a
2
long week
hours.
for me, ladies and
I'm about to say for the last
it's
2
been a
hours and 30 minutes, we covered week 4. I think you forgot. I mean.
No, don't. It's been a long week for me. I'm sorry. Don't mind me. It's been a long.
Already
week.
almost at the halfway point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're 1 quarter.
Flop.
Yeah.
We got to flop.
Yeah, Hot Flop is on week 6, so aka 2 episodes from now, chat. So we get excited for that. We to a similar version or maybe a better version. We will see when the time comes. I just want to repeat what I said in the beginning of the episode. Very proud of the team last week. They delivered a good episode. It showed for the views, the traction, and everything. So I want to appreciate what everyone did. Can't wait for more future content, more future episodes, more future debates where people would be disagreeing and not agreeing, and Crash being a gooner. We're here.
Yeah.
But yeah, does anyone got anything to say to wrap up? Anybody else?
Dude.
Just
Watch
me?
rom-coms. Isekai's Crash.
Watch rom-coms? Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is Mad God
That's right,
Grem,
say
and
like
I need y'all to watch some light novels. And I'm making this
some light
promise
novels.
right now.
Watch some light novels.
Yeah, watch some
Yes,
light novels.
Watch-
Yes.
Watch some
read
light
some
novels.
light novels.
Watch some light
Watch
novels.
Read some light novels. And I'm telling you, in the next month, no matter what, I'm gonna make Vash do another stream of ReZero. I'm promising it. Over him, I'm promising it.
When you're done, make sure he finishes fucking High School of the Dead because I'm waiting for that reaction when he finishes. Because now he
That's
finished.
crazy.
I sometimes have feeling.
No.
Anyway, guys, it was a great show.
gonna be
Episode
ReZero,
27.
And
It
then
was
we're gonna
a
do
pleasure to
Mushoku
see her.
Tensei, and then we're gonna
We
do High School of the Dead, right?
Yes.
Yippee!
Guys, we
Super
heard the
Tensei in
list.
June.
We heard the list, guys. Go check out the VOD channel. Go check out Weeps of the Rain. We appreciate you guys checking this out. And go support, go check out Memory's channel, his reaction he posts up. Go see what we got and everything. We see you in the next one.
Follow me on
Take
Twitter.
care.
guys.
Neko
Follow me on Twitter.
streams on Twitch. Neko Chan.
Yes.
Good sleep.
Yeah.
Don't
There's
be
all the
like
links
me.
down
Get
below.
Good sleep. Have a proper sleep schedule. Don't be like me. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Sleep, sleep.
Coach.
Team no sleep.
You going to bed?
Let's go.
I go to bed, bro.
We all cuddle
Bye
together.
bye. Bye everybody. See you next week.
Watch
Big Girls a bitch.
anime.
Peace.
MemoryNK.
The episode's better
Ouch.
without Miguel here.
Oh my god.
Miguel.
He's done.
Nate, how you feeling?
He been stopped the recording.
I hope he fucking did.
What?
How you feeling, Nate?
I'm going to bed. I said as soon as we're done, I'm hitting it. I'm going, bruh.
And
You say that, but you're not gonna
I'm
be
watching
asleep.
out for you. You better the High School DxD collab. I swear to God, if you do it,
Oh my
I will
God.
put so much money.
Wait,
So
what?
much money. Yeah. Are we done recording?
Yeah, we are.
Sorry. All right. So yeah, Apocalypse, you heard me. Give me that collab, please. I will put money down. Name your price. I will do anything for Rias. Yeah, we're done recording,
That's
right?
crazy.